Good afternoon. It's 3:01. I'm Joseph Bonanno, live from the 104.5 The Zone studios. In Titans news today, the Titans are back on the practice field for the start of mandatory minicamp, where head coach Brian Callahan gave an update on the attendance from his team for this week.
As far as attendance, everyone should be here. We should be at full tilt today. There'll be some guys that are held for various reasons from full participation. There'll be some guys that have some work on the sides, limited participation, but everybody's here and we're ready to roll.
In NFL news around the league, the Titans' Week 1 opponent, the Denver Broncos, have signed a new running back, former Ravens and Chargers running back J.K. Dobbins, going to the Broncos on a one-year, $5.25 million deal. Holdouts across the NFL as mandatory minicamp begins. AFC North pass rushers Trey Hendrickson and TJ Watt holding out for the Bengals and Steelers, respectively. Bengals first-round pick Shamar Stewart still holding out as disputes over his rookie contract escalate and become even more public. And then Terry McLaurin, wide receiver for the Commanders, holding out of Washington's camp as he awaits a new contract as well. For your financial repair and water equipment needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great one. Fun week. Titans mandatory minicamp today. We will talk lots about it. We will hear some audio that came out of the facility earlier today. And we've got a lot of NFL bits of news and notes. A college game day thing.
Drama. In the NFL.
There she is. She's Babsy Davenport.
What up, Matt?
You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Dewey, Cheatham, and Howard. Good afternoon, 3HL family.
Hi.
On YouTube, Lethal Latin. Let's go. Hi. DHB, what's wrong with the Bengals? That's the third message on the chat. What's wrong with the Bengals?
The Bengals doing?
They got one player, high-profile player, holding out. There are several around the league. None here, though. What else do we have? Oh, there's Slade.
I'm in the building.
What up, Slade?
What's happening? Man, I tell you what. I don't know how Babsy goes down the rabbit hole of WebMD.
Have you done it?
But it would drive me crazy. I feel like I'm doing that on this journey just to get to the 16th. So I went and saw another doctor today, and he was telling me, you know what, I need to talk to another doctor.
Wow.
I'm like, hey, listen now.
You've got like a staff of people.
Nobody's done anything. That's the coldest part of it all.
Yeah.
So.
Meanwhile, you're just sitting here in excruciating bone-on-bone pain in your knee.
Just give me to the point where I ain't got to just keep going to nobody.
Give me surgery or give me death.
Dr. Rob, I'll be to see you if you're listening. Somebody hit Dr. Rob on the APB and let him know I'm on the way.
Dr. Rob.
Other than that, let's roll, baby.
Bless your heart.
Why is the NBA not playing tonight? Why we got to wait till tomorrow?
It's 2 days between finals, man.
I know. Why, though?
2 days between finals.
Rest and recovery.
Yeah, we need
Mayor.
everybody. What was that just said something about it in the NBA playoffs? It was like, man, no, Aaron Gordon, remember? He was like, man, if we could get 2 days in between, like this hamstring injury that I got could be nursed back and I be fully ready to go, but...
Also, no, it can't.
No, it's not.
Right.
When he said that, I was like, yeah, come on, dog.
I'm like, hamstring, yeah, okay, keep dreaming.
I mean, it is 82 games plus the playoffs, so they want the two teams to make it, like, no excuses.
Bab said Halliburton looked like he was going to the podium. He looked like you.
Yeah, he was like limping down.
Hope you don't feel like
trying to go down the stairs.
That's a bad way to be.
The Pacers say that Tyrese Halliburton is not limited by his leg issue.
Listen, man, sometimes you just wear and tell, man. There was plenty of times I woke up limping and couldn't figure out why I was limping. But then be all right the next day.
Message on YouTube from Yes Ma'am Sister. Can Zeph get a shout out?
What up, Zeph?
Sure.
Executive producer of 3HL is Zeph.
What's up? I don't know why I'm getting a shout out, but appreciate it.
It's your birthday Friday.
So it was
On Friday, yes. I'll be 24 years old.
Everybody in the chat, y'all get Zeph something for his birthday.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'll be 24. My Kobe year. Second Kobe year.
24.
Everybody gets 2 Kobe years?
Baby.
8 and 24?
24.
Baby. 2 Kobe years, yeah.
I think, where was I at 24?
Oh.
I remember turning 25.
Where
That's
was
the one.
I?
That's the one birthday that hit me.
25?
Yeah, because you realize you're a quarter of a century.
Like, I'm here.
That's weird to me.
Like, I'm here, y'all.
Yeah.
30 didn't hit me. I'll stop there.
40 hit me.
40 hit you?
40 was a good one.
40s.
That ball.
I'm not talking about hit you like that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about like hitting you in the mortality sense.
That's the one that hit me.
In the mortality sense.
Las Vegas, baby.
No, that's when he went with no return ticket, and we just had to sit here and wait to see when Slay was
that's
coming
right.
back.
We didn't know. We
At least I
had
checked
no
in
idea
daily to
when.
let y'all know I am alive.
Yes,
You did tell us you were alive, and also updated us on the amount of actual sleep you got.
I was going to say you went like
Which
3
was like-
days in a row without sleep.
Yeah, probably about 4 hours between them 3. I was on a mission.
I was all for
accomplished.
that because you were coming back with story time.
Yeah, plenty of stories. I just saw one of my that popped up on my timeline in my pictures, and I don't really know if I should share it.
Oh, sure. This is a no filter.
Is it you at the Playboy
No, it was a
Mansion?
dude. We were pulling up about 5 or 6 in the morning to the hotel, and the dude was he was standing up, asleep.
But it wasn't you.
No, it wasn't me, but I was just like, wow, boy, that's a night. But no friends or anything around, just him.
He's just standing there by himself. asleep?
Outside where you pull in for valet to drop you off, he's outside of that.
Well, there's
Like
no
out there
telling
in the
what happened
sun.
to his friends.
But standing up against the wall, asleep. I'm going to show y'all. This is wild. That was like, man, I know I'm having a good time.
I love that you stopped and took a picture of this guy.
Oh, I took a video because I'm sure nobody wouldn't believe it.
Nobody believe a picture.
Yeah, standing up, sleep. That's hard to do. He did it.
615-737-1045 if you want in. 615-737-1045.
That's right, Will from the Ville. A ball in Vegas. Show did it.
Will from the Ville checking in.
You better know it. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. DJ from Nashville says, hello, 3HL fam. I'm trying Twitch today. Twitch, please, he
Well,
said.
hi, Twitch, please.
He beat you to the punch.
You
Says-
know, I say Twitch, please all the time. I've never watched our show on Twitch.
I used to all the
Okay.
time. Now
Let's go
I don't.
one step further. Have you ever even been on Twitch?
No.
Okay, there you go.
All right, Baptist.
I haven't
Twitch,
either.
please.
Oh, no, I did because I used to watch Hunk play football on Twitch.
Then we used to go on there all the time. But now I think you got to have a passcode or something.
I never watched that though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you, Baptist.
It was fun to mess with him. That's all people were doing was messing with him.
Yes.
I mean, nonstop. Nonstop. All right, let's start with this NFL note. Myles Garrett, edge rusher, Cleveland Browns. Can't wait to get to Steelers quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He said this, quote, I think it's a good opportunity to put him in the graveyard, end quote. And he did it with a smile on his face.
Yeah,
But he didn't reshape it or anything. He moved on to the next thing.
No, he's serious about that. Like, I think he actually has, it's either in his locker or in his front yard where he puts the quarterback graveyard.
Does he?
During Halloween, all the guys that he sacked.
Oh, that's what he was talking about.
He for real. Yeah, he putting them down. So, A-Rod, look out.
I didn't know that Myles Garrett had a graveyard of quarterbacks in his yard.
Yeah.
That's hardcore right there.
You know, he always walks in. What was it he walked in? He looked scary as hell. Might have been Jason or Michael Myers or somebody, but, dog, it was wild. Like, he's into all that. Halloween costumes and everything, yeah.
Like you?
I am into it, ain't I?
It's funny because you're not into horror stuff at all, but man, you love some Halloween.
Yeah, I like the OG horror movies. Freddy, Jason, Mike Myers. People that ain't really going to do nothing.
More of the psychological thrillers.
Yeah, paranormal activity and stuff? No. Nope. That was the dumbest move I ever did watching that.
I've never seen it.
You hated that.
I was overseas watching it, and I watched it during the
Talked about
daytime,
it
and
a bunch.
still, my life ain't never been the same.
So don't watch that.
No. Not by yourself.
No.
I was by myself. Where I stayed, it was weird. Weird little place. Nah, that ain't like that.
Yeah. We've got our Cam Ward tracker numbers are out there.
Uh-oh.
What has he done in mandatory minicamp? Completions, interceptions.
What is the rookie of the year
he's
done?
Hitting. Yes.
Wait, you're sold on that right now?
All
Rookie of the
the
year?
over-adjusted, overhyped,
Then a shout out.
all the things.
Well, I will say this on
Blair Durham.
on video, the quick release is very obvious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell a big difference.
What we talked about yesterday, characteristics.
and he does sling it like a shortstop. He doesn't come from over the top
Nope.
and spin it. It's like boom from the shoulder, like. What is she doing over there?
Chair ran away.
Remember when I fell out of my chair that day? That was fun.
wild.
These chairs are slippery little suckers.
Blair Durham on YouTube, adjusting to kids being out of school and at the house.
Man. I wish the interstate would adjust permanently.
So, I don't know. This is for a different show. I guess I need to go find a working mom show. How the hell do you take care of kids when you work and there's nothing to do with them in the summer?
Man.
I see why moms in like January are booking camps and doing all these things.
Yep.
And then if you're a newbie at this and you miss out, it's like, hey, hi, you're screwed.
Oh, those things fill up
Yep.
fast.
Super fast.
I remember when I was a kid, my mom was a lawyer, and it was just me and her, and I just ran around the damn neighborhood. Like, I never saw her.
Yeah.
She never saw me.
That was cool then.
I know, but you were old enough to.
And it was okay
to
then.
do
Like,
it, yeah.
the neighborhood was
Now
kind of looking
that-
out for you.
Nowadays, you're about to go
fourth,
to jail for that.
Third, fourth, and fifth grade in Houston,
Really?
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof.
I went to the Boys and Girls
Wildin'.
Club until my
Shout out to Boys and
parents.
Girls Club.
Yes, shout out Boys and Girls Club. Until my parents decided I was old enough to actually stay home by myself, which is about 13 years old.
Oh, no, I was in that thing.
13, yeah.
Is your sister older or younger than you?
She is younger. She's 19.
Okay. Yeah, because like as you scale down with the kids, the rules become a little more light.
Yeah, well, and then she had me, like my little sister got to stay home. She
Yeah.
didn't have to go to like Boys and Girls Club or
Well, I can see
anything.
Zeph roughing some people up, man.
Yeah,
What?
probably out
I
of
can see
control.
you doing that.
Really?
Wait, what'd you say to my sister?
No. He's soft.
Wow. Thanks. Are you on Bucks team now?
Oh, no. Come on.
She's never on that team.
Never.
Whatever that team stands for,
Whatever
she's
it
not
is,
there.
that's not me.
All right.
Do you want the Cam Ward numbers?
Yes.
Let's do it when we get back.
Okay.
Cam Ward numbers. We've got lots of Titans notes. We've got tons of Titans audio. We've got tons of NFL pieces, mandatory mini camp holdouts. There's a lot going on. Jim Wyatt will join us at 5:20. Until then, it's us and you. If you want in, 615-737-1045.
Woo woo.
United Structural Systems. You guys need to know about these guys, especially if you're a homeowner. Well, specifically if you're a homeowner, who they are. This is who they are. United Structural Systems is a foundation repair and waterproofing company that has served the Middle Tennessee area since 1994. Foundation repair. Here are some of the symptoms you're looking for. When it's hot and dry weather, next few days can be hot and dry. Do you notice soil cracking and pulling away from your home, leaving holes or gaps next to the foundation? Maybe your bricks are cracking, walls bowing, doors, windows sticking, drywall separating. These are all signs of possible foundation issues. Your house may be trying to tell you something. USS can help. USSTN.com is the website. Waterproofing issues as well. We go through these days where we get tons of rain. And here's some of those symptoms. Standing water in your crawl space, musty odors, or floor joists with wood rot, cracks in basement floors. Hardwood floors cupping. Your house may be trying to tell you something. Putting off a moisture issue in your home, bad for your health, and could lead to more expensive repairs down the road. Over 30,000 100% satisfied residential customers. USS, keeping homes dry and stable. We guarantee our best. Call USS 615-488-7855. Serving Middle Tennessee, Southern Kentucky, and Western Kentucky. Online at USSTN.com. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Boy, Don Davenport loves her some Nelly.
Yeah, I do.
And then he performed at halftime of the game in Dallas that you did, where you did the Dr. Pepper challenge that went into like 3 overtimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And nobody knew the rules.
That was even
I
better.
knew the rules.
You knew the rules, but nobody else knew the rules.
But
And-
nobody would like just allow you to say, hey, everybody, this is how this is going to go.
Well, no, at the end of the day, the problem was somebody out of my control miscounted, and then there was a whole uproar. Because somebody got cheated out.
I
Didn't
thought
they end up
Deloitte.
giving them both
Yes,
scholarships?
they did. They had no choice in that.
Boo.
Wow.
Boo. Participation trophy.
Well,
It's
no,
because
I mean-
somebody miscounted and the
Yeah.
other guy actually won.
But what's funny about that is, isn't it like, oh, here's the Dr. Pepper challenge, and it'll be the score will be tabulated by Deloitte and Touche.
I mean,
Oops.
that's what it is.
That's a fired accountant.
Gotta go.
3HL is presented by Ferguson Home. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com.
Boom.
If y'all see Zach Lyons out there, let him know that we're thinking about him.
Yeah.
And we'll get into more detail when we know that we can. How's that?
That's a teaser.
That was good. I think you gave the people what they were looking for.
Yeah.
Which is a whole lot of
Which is
what?
nothing.
Whole lot of what?
Nathaniel.
So what happened to Zach?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Well, here's the problem. Zach texted Zeph. So, like, you can't text Zeph something and not expect it to get out over the air, but I didn't put all of it out there yet. Have you heard any more from him?
No. Both Jackson and I have responded in our little group chat and nothing.
You have a group chat with Zach?
Yeah.
Boy,
With who else?
It's just me, Jackson, and Zach.
how did that happen?
Because Zach
Because
gets
he used
here.
to produce them, right?
He did produce good too.
I did not. Not when Zach was there.
Oh, no, you were pre-Zach.
I was pre-Zach.
You were Mickey.
I rolled with Babsy on that. No.
You sure did.
Sorry.
I did too. You were
no.
playing to Mickey.
Yes, I was blading Mickey.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's because Zach gets here at the same time both Jackson and I do, and he sits in there while we do our little show prep.
Now, if Hitman's listening and he's like, why am I not on that chat? You don't want to be in that chat, Hitman.
No.
No,
Hitman definitely doesn't
You really
wanna
don't
be.
blame. You really don't blame.
How many chats are you in with people that work here?
A lot.
Apparently so.
Really, just those ours and then that one. Oh no, I'm in with one with just Jackson and Ross.
Oh, my boy.
That one's fun.
I would like to be in that one sometimes.
wild.
I'm in one with.
But I
all
want to
the-
come in and out of it whenever I want to.
Just go in and out of the chat.
I'm in one with all the producers. So Bert, Justin, me, Jackson.
There is a chat with all of the show hosts, but nobody does it because Slay turns it green.
Yes.
And somebody else. There's
And me.
somebody else.
Blaine, I think.
No.
It's all the show
'Cause I
hosts and
text
me.
Blaine
Yeah,
and he's
somebody
not.
Oh,
else.
Zach
Zach,
Green.
yeah, he's
Zach's
Android.
Green.
That's my guy.
Oh, there. Shocker.
Android brothers sticking together.
Zach
you
and Slay.
You and Zach need to be in
The
a chat.
problem.
Are chats like a thing? Like, are people in lots of chats?
Absolutely.
Yes. And every single kid's whatever team you're a part
Yeah,
of.
that's the one I hate.
Here's your elite dance team. Here's your other dance team. Here's this one. And there's like 5 different chats. I'm like, can I just get the info somewhere?
No, just-
Do we
yeah.
have to chat about it? Do I have to get 8 million texts? Oh, and by the way, okay, now that we're on this.
Here we go. Yeah, Mom.
By the way,
Before we get to stats from King Ward,
also my wine night chat that I have as
Wine
well
night?
too. I've got a wine night chat. I've got a
good one.
ladies chat. I've got a daycare moms chat. I've got all these different chats. You don't have to like or heart every single text
all
that
of them.
people.
yeah, you feel like you have to.
No,
you feel like you
don't.
have to.
Because then I get 50 text messages, but it's really just all of y'all liking some funny text that somebody sent. We don't all have to do it. Can we just agree that if one person does it, we good?
Everybody agrees.
No,
We all
because
agree?
somebody would get upset in the chat and be like, "Oh, this person didn't like my little line there.
That's very true.
Maybe they don't like me. What did I do?" That's what
happen.
happens. What about your neighborhood? You got one there?
No, I'm not friends with my neighborhood.
Just since,
Neighborhood rebel.
Or are they not friends with you?
Yes.
Okay.
just since yesterday,
love.
I have texted in 10 different chats with more than 3 people.
See? Listen, that's
How do you
overkill.
organize that? How do you not
I mean,
get
that's
the
just
wrong
dumb.
message into the wrong chat? That really would.
DHB and stop sending voice messages. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
really
on that one.
I don't like that one.
Slay does it sometimes.
Yeah,
but
sometimes-
It is
No, I don't
Man.
mind. I don't mind that.
I got too much to type sometimes.
I don't mind that because if he's driving, do an audio thing.
Oh, even if I ain't driving.
Right.
No.
What I'm talking about is I thought he was talking about voicemails. Like people actually call you and leave a voicemail. Don't do that.
Oh, yeah, I ain't checking that.
I see that you called. I will call you when I can.
I won't.
And I hate phone calls.
If you don't leave a message, then
You're not getting
I ain't calling you back.
The text after the voicemail comes on that's the proper way to go.
Yeah.
Just send me a text. I'll get back to you.
Hey, this was my.
Right.
I can hear Zeph.
I was
through
gonna say,
the
I
mic.
was gonna say,
You better watch what you say.
Yeah, that was pretty loud, Zephyr.
You're loud, and you almost.
Okay.
I just
Got a text.
got a text from one of my mom chats. Say it louder. See,
Did what I say in Brent's air from over the air?
I feel you.
Babsy is the voice box for the chats.
I'm the voice box for annoyed moms.
Okay.
Okay. Zeph has an announcement followed with I don't know, kind of
My girl.
like a story.
Also, like a week later, don't heart it a week later. It happened a week ago.
Oh, your mom has
Late.
replied to a tweet that I put out like 6 months later.
Oh, that's my girl.
Exactly.
I
Buff
want her to
is
reply.
part of the problem.
I love Buff. Buff
She
replied 2
also-
months later, don't matter.
Liked a picture from Hadley's birthday party, which was over a month ago
Yeah.
yesterday.
Which
Right.
ain't till Friday.
I'm like,
Is it-
did you not see it?
Isn't Hadley's
a month
birthday
ago?
really coming up?
Yes, tomorrow. And Zeph's is Friday.
Oh, there we go.
And Slay's is coming up, and so is his wedding anniversary, and so is Father's Day, which he got married over Father's Day weekend. So
Dumb tricked. Trickery. Sorcery. was put
Combined
upon me.
gifts, Slay.
Yeah, sorcery.
You walked right into that one.
Yep.
All right, Zeph, what do you got?
Okay, so this is from Zach. I said, "Are you dead?" And he goes,
No,
"I'm
no,
dead."
no. I never even said what happened. Zach got in an accident
Oh yeah, Zach got in a car wreck.
and texted
Me and Jackson about it,
and said what?
And said, "Yay, got into a wreck."
That was all he
oh,
wrote.
jeez.
Yeah, that's all he said.
Cheering about the
So
wreck.
I said, "No way." Jackson said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Are you okay?" We said at the same time. And I go, "Are you dead?" And he goes, "Yes, I'm dead." No, I'm just kidding. And then I said, "Well, is it bad?" And he goes, "My neck is a little sore already. This truck rammed into the back of a church van with kids that then rammed into me."
Oh no.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of truck? 18
was it on
wheeler
the
truck?
interstate?
No, I think he meant like an actual like a pickup
Truck.
615-242-9000.
Yeah. Oh,
That's Bart Durham injury.
partner
law.
injury law.
a church van full of kids? Is
There you
it?
go.
Ask him if everyone's okay.
I just what I said. I said, "Are the kids okay?" And he says, "Still sorting everything out." And he says, "Everyone seems okay. They just may have wet underwear now."
Damn,
Okay.
Zach, come on, man. Can't joke about
Okay.
kids in a wreck, man.
He said they all look fine. He said he heard screeching, looked in his rear view mirror, saw the church van get hit, and then boom, he got
That
hit.
is scary.
That is some
Don't
stuff. Like
text and
when,
drive, people.
when stuff starts happening behind you, there's nothing you can do, man.
Especially,
No, because a lot of times there's nowhere for you to go.
yeah, that's the part.
It was a Ford
scary.
F-150.
What?
Dawn?
Wasn't me.
No, she was here. We can verify. She's on
they
camera.
They also have automatic stops on those trucks usually.
Yeah, they do. The little light go
So
off.
you
So he
had to
really-
be
so he
flying.
really
if it
wasn't
didn't
paying
stop you
attention.
in time. Yeah.
Dude, and they stop you from whatever speed you're going to nothing.
Yeah.
And those, my car has that too.
Yeah. It's
All right, Zach, keep
Lucas-
us updated.
Lucas in the chat. Is Bab still on steroids? She popping off. You have no idea, Lucas. I've been on one all day, haven't I?
Yes.
It's
all
not,
day.
It's not Panzeca.
Yes, sir.
No, it's a different Lucas.
Lucas
Hi,
Newfield.
Lucas. All right. Do you want some Cam Ward?
Cam Ward stats. This is where we are. We're going to count stats again. They did this with Mariota back in the day.
This is what NFL training camp is. Remember, Zev played that may or may not be funny, and it was funny because it was accurate.
I thought about that when Big Jeff said he's like 20 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
And I was like, lighter, faster, but also bigger and stronger
Right. How does that happen? Somehow.
every year.
Cam Ward, 20 of 21 throwing the ball.
Wow.
Outside of a single interception, who do you think it was, Slay? Do you know? Have you seen it yet?
I saw it. But he talked about it.
Is it Barton?
Yes.
Yep. Barton talked about this a week ago.
He
No
did.
J's.
He foreshadowed this.
Will you tell that story?
He said he went up to Cam after, and it was like he It was like
After
This
a
is during
play.
the mic'd up.
yeah,
like,
mic'd up
Barton was
situation.
mic'd
Yeah.
up,
So he went up to him and was like, "Man, that right there, boy, I could have had that." He was like, "Dude, no, you couldn't have. Like, we done scored like 75 points on y'all. Like, no, you couldn't." He said, "I'm telling you," and there it is, right there. The next week.
He said
His one incomplete pass was completed to Barton.
Wow.
Yeah. So no balls hit the ground.
Right.
So that lets you know what Barton is too, though.
From Nick
Dialing plays
Suss,
up.
this one I like. 12 of those 20 completions went to rookies.
Oh.
Over half went to rookies.
That's cool. Spreading it out.
So the other thing that Barton said was he told Cam Ward that was a 75% throw,
Yeah.
meaning 75% of the time that would have been picked.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what I
Cam
yeah.
disagreed with him.
Yep.
And then he got to John with Big Jeff today. Big Jeff out there for the first time.
This is what we expected, though.
And Jeff afterwards said, we knew this was going to happen. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, has to.
Yeah.
oh, Jeff pulled this. This is Big Jeff talking about it.
That was predetermined.
Yeah.
I told him, and I've been hearing how much smack he talk when he get a deep ball or something. And I told him, I saw him Saturday, this past weekend. I was like, I'm gonna be talking smack to you too. So, it's fun. I think at the end of the day, as you guys saw it and I saw it myself, that when you can have a guy with that much confidence as a rookie. I haven't spent that much around time around Cam, and we talk going back and forth, talking smack with each other, and he was able to get back in the huddle and still throw the ball down the middle of the field. So I think that was the most impressive thing, not him talking smack to me, but I think being able to get back in the huddle, get the play to the guys, and still operate the offense. I think that was the most impressive.
I like that.
I like the last part. Is that what you like?
Yep.
Is that what you were saying?
You're not going out of character. Like, oh, it's Big Joe. Hey, I got to go back bargain. No, this is who I am.
And then snap and clear.
We're going right back to it.
Back into the huddle.
Yeah. I like it.
And then he said he completed the ball across the middle the next throw.
I'm with that. As long as you just being yourself and
Right.
yeah, be yourself.
Not outside of yourself.
Yep.
And obviously, Big Jeff hasn't been there because he was not there for OTAs. So he hasn't spent a lot of time with Cam either. So it's not like they have, a super great friendship relationship or anything yet. So
Yeah.
Big Jeff also did talk about his decision to skip OTAs because there were a lot of people wondering if he was going to show up today.
I made that decision. It's a personal decision. Today was a good day. I was glad to be back. Like I said, that was my decision. It was a personal decision, and that's pretty much what it was. Like I said, it felt great to be back out here today.
What led into that decision to stay away?
Like I said, it was a personal decision, and like I said, today I was back out here full of energy. It was great to be back out here with the guys.
Personal football decision?
It's a person from football off to everything. Like I said, I made that decision because of me.
There you go. Personal decision.
Like
AKA, I'm giving you no details.
Yeah.
So stop asking.
and I was doing my work. Like I'm a vet. I'm here when I'm supposed to
He
be.
did come in 20 pounds lighter,
I'm doing my work.
is what he said.
You can look.
Yeah.
You can see it on his neck.
Yeah. He was like at 315, 320 during the season. He was 301 today.
That's all
Is
right.
that a good thing? Do we want Big Jeff lighter?
No. Listen, I always think back to, you guys remember Jarrell Casey? Remember he went vegan?
Oh, yeah.
And I
he
felt
dropped
like-
all that weight.
He dropped all that weight, and I felt like that's where he dropped off. I mean, I know it's a different player, it's a different position, it's a different skill set. I get it,
If it
right?
was anyone-
like Jarrell is not Big Jeff, Big Jeff's not Jarrell, right? I get it.
But he was affected by that weight loss.
I thought
It
he
was more
affected.
than 20 pounds, though, I think.
Jarrell's,
Yeah.
yeah.
His was dramatic.
Well, he also had that weird body shape where he was like very bottom heavy and not top heavy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember Corey Curtis
The
used to
heavy trunk
always
down
call him
low.
like,
Yeah.
yes, he used to call him like the hippie
hips
hop
and all that, yeah,
or
yeah.
something. Like,
Yeah.
those little bounce balls as a kid.
Oh,
you
yeah.
sit on top of them and you hold like
Yeah.
the little
The little
thing and you
triangle
just
thing.
like bounce
Yeah.
around. That's
What are-
that was what Jarrell Casey
What are
was.
Weeble Wobbles?
It's similar,
Same
right?
thing?
Yeah. The
And
bounce
then
ball.
the Russian nesting eggs, they were kind of like that, but they fit into each other.
Okay, yeah, no, nothing.
I'm
like
going
that.
too far.
There's zero comparison.
I never go too far.
One's a toy, one's a bouncy ball that you bounce your butt on.
Bounce your butt on.
Like they're not even in the same
Yeah.
toy department.
How many toy departments are there?
More than one.
Okay. Man, when I was a kid, I used to love to go to Phillips Toy Mart in Belmead.
You know.
I don't even know it.
It was over there by
Slade did not frequent the toy department in Belmead very often growing up.
No, he did not. That's why I got my first ticket.
in Belmead.
Driving.
Oh, dude.
Leaving the house party.
Back in the day,
They
I don't
don't
know
play.
if it's the same way now, but we knew as kids, like if you go 1 mile an hour over,
Yep.
they will pull you over.
Yep.
And the speed limit is something weird like
It's-
26.
yeah,
or something.
Yeah, it's off.
silly.
It's off numbers.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, God, and I was just about to turn right to get out of there. And boy, he came out of nowhere.
Yep.
It was, man. I ain't had no license.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
that'll get you.
That followed me all the way to UT.
What the story did?
No, the no license with that ticket.
Oh,
And they had to take me. We was about to go board to go to Alaska. No.
the Great Alaskan
No,
Shootout?
right, we was going to Hawaii.
Oh,
And
where-
a coach had to take me to the driver's license. I was like, I ain't got no idea, nothing. I can't. Got tickets. I was like, how you got
Outstanding
tickets? You ain't got no license.
Wait, so
I don't
so
know.
the scene at the DMV was you and Jerry Green in the lobby?
No,
There's no way Jerry Green did that
I
dirty
think it was
work.
Ferguson. No,
Chris Ferguson.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, no, it was Coach Grant. It was Coach Grant.
Coach Grant, yeah.
Yeah, ain't no way what's the name taking me.
No.
Jerry Green, he ain't even up probably. Coach Grant was up.
Oh, yeah.
Do
Grant
you
was in
think
it.
this weight loss is going to help Jeff?
If it wasn't Big Jeff, I'd be concerned.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'd be concerned about a guy getting pushed around, but I'm not really worried about that. He did talk about that today.
Yeah, it was a lot of different things that I did. The biggest thing was being consistent with my everyday living, from my meal preps to the way I was training. Like I said, I weighed in today on a good note, and I've been weighing that for a good little bit, just training at that, just see how I feel. Dang near 20 pounds down through this offseason. So just be able to train at that and to get out here, put it to test. And, it's been training, of course, but this football, I always say it's different being training outside of the building to actually doing football games. So it felt different, of course, but I feel great. I feel light on my feet, and I still feel very explosive.
What's the biggest benefit of dropping the 20, and is there any trade-off on the other side of that?
I mean, I still feel explosive. I don't really think it's no trade-off. I think at the end of the day, I'm going on year 7, and me playing at maybe 315 to 320.
Yes, okay.
I think that's good for my body, especially being able to, drop weight here and there, different off-season here and there. So I think at the end of the day, I feel great. But the biggest thing for me is just being light on my feet. Like I said, I've been training at this weight. I've been doing a lot of different movements, lateral movement, and just pass rush D, just to test it out and just to see how quick I could be. Like I said, at the end of the day, for me, it's all about recognizing and winning my one-on-ones, or whenever that happens, it's all about winning them faster. So
Did you say what you
Last
are,
one.
what you are, and what you want to be?
I mean, today I weighed in at 301. I felt good. If I could go into that around camp, my goal is to, maintain that, not to be over 305 this year, but if I can maintain that weight just to feel good and just have a mentorship like my uncle who played in the league for 10 years. It's just the conversation I had with him, being able to play longer, stay healthy, no ankles, no knees, and stuff of that nature. I think it's good for the body.
Okay, I didn't even think about that part
That
of
was
it.
the first thing I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Immediately.
So you going into year 7,
Durability.
extend the career durability.
Yep. You're trying to get that other contract, man. And not just market value. You know what I'm saying? Like, he trying to go get a big bag.
All right. All of that makes sense.
Yeah.
That was a good line of questioning there.
And be healthy doing it. That was the problem the last 2 seasons. The injuries that were wearing on them. You know what I mean?
And they were ankle, legs.
Yeah. Yep. It makes a difference. You can feel the difference.
615-737-1045, 615-737-1045. Justin on YouTube, I'd like to click the heart emoji for Cam Ward stats, but I don't want to make Babs mad. It's really good.
Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
Typical Mead. Oh, now we just get medium Jeff.
Oh, no, he definitely
Hey,
big
he's
Jeff.
still big.
Yeah. 301, though, it's pretty big, y'all.
Still big.
And in shape 301.
Yeah.
I wonder how he dropped the weight. Just did a lot more cardio.
I think what he said, consistency. You'll be surprised when you're working out, you consistently eating what you're supposed to. And then, having those days when you can, if you're doing the work, man, you can kind of go eat what you want to. Now, if you maintain it and be consistent on what you putting in your body, like it'll fall off because your body has a spot where it's supposed to be at. Like you got a number you're supposed to be at, body wise, where it comes with all of that, what you putting in and what you giving out. So that's what I think. I would be interested to know, but that's what I would go with.
Let's hear from Kevin Seitler when we come back, 14-year vet right guard. A lot of talk about him being the key cog in that offensive line. Now we'll see, and we'll hear from him next. 3HL 615-737-1045.
Are you maxed out on credit cards or maybe struggling with some high interest debt? Well, guess what? Loan Pronto wants to help you pay it all off in days with their rapid equity loan. Get cash out now. Don't touch your low rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto can do all of that. Here's the deal with Loan Pronto. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. Your home equity is yours, and if you live anywhere in Middle Tennessee, you have a ton of home equity. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. And call Loan Pronto for a free instant appraisal for your home. See how much cash you can get out today. Loan Pronto A+ rated by the BBB. Nearly 2,500 five-star Google reviews. Service is great. And you can call right now to start the convo. 615-499-5780. Or go loanpronto.com. Get debt relief now at 615-499-5780, loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, on approved credit, and NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. You got the Celsius. Did you find the Cherry Cola Celsius again?
Absolutely. Every time I run into them,
I can't find
3
it.
of them. I know where it is. Right there on Hardin Place, Mapco.
You just going to tell everybody?
Yeah. Anybody going in there? So me. Where's my stop?
You stayed away from Old Hickory Boulevard and Franklin Road now?
Yeah, that was a tough spot to be at. I just get off of that exit and go about my business. No stopping.
I mean, think about how many weird things have happened to you at that exit now.
This gets wild.
At that intersection.
Wilder and wilder. I meant to go. I need to go by there and see. Darn, I'll go by tomorrow. See my boy Water over there.
I've found that one time and only got one can. I didn't realize it was going to be so hard to find it.
It's that good.
615-737-1045. 3HL presented by Ferguson Home. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home where it all comes together. FergusonHome.com. Do you have an update on the Zach Lyons situation? If you're just tuning in, Zach texted in a very bizarre group text consisting of Zeph, Jackson, and Zach. Zach texted, just got in a wreck. Yay. Not in that order, but. And so then it turned out there was a truck that rear-ended a church van full of kids, and then that vehicle rear-ended Zach, and he said he thought everybody was okay, and that this is where we get an update.
Yeah, so you were asking where it was. It's on the interstate over by the La Quinta Inn next to Nissan Stadium. La Quinta Inn. Sorry, he typed it.
I would say La Quinta too, though.
But La Quinta Inn. Over by the stadium. And he said nobody wanted to call the cops. So Zach had to. And apparently the main culprit had no insurance on his truck.
No.
The church van had an expired registration and no proof of insurance. And so
Full of kids?
And Zach was the only one who had all of his papers up to date and ready and available. And called the cops.
Wow. So Zach called the cops.
Zach had to call
with
the cops.
everyone not wanting that to happen.
He said, apparently, I'm the only good Christian citizen out here.
Oh, God. Damn. All right. Well, good luck with that situation, Zeph.
Yeah, come on, man. No bad registration with the church van?
What is that? No insurance.
No
insurance.
No proof of insurance.
Oh,
too.
proof of insurance.
Yeah.
Yes.
The truck that hit the van didn't have the insurance.
Yeah, nothing.
Tough day out there.
Man, guess what, though?
We Latin says snitches get stitches, Zach.
That was funny.
Oh, man. 615-737-1045. We'll get back to the Titans in a second, but when you call, we go to you, Keegan in Columbia. Keegan, what's up?
My guy.
What's going on, y'all? How are you, Slay?
I'm good, Keegan. How are you, brother? You got the stage, man.
All right. Well, here's a little quick story. Usually when you win, you're all ecstatic and all that, but for this one instance, I was not. I just did a little Tiger Woods fist pump, and then I clapped, and that was it.
For those that don't know, Keegan is an Arkansas fan and called in before the Arkansas-Tennessee game.
Him and his brother, Connor.
Yep, shout out to him. He's the one that called 2-0.
Yep.
But,
so, by the way, your brother was way more aggressive in his trash talk than you were.
No.
Oh, yeah. And he is right. He is the big brother.
Yeah, he showed you.
So
But,
why was it just like a little fist bump?
I wanted to go back to a Kobe Bryant press conference after Game 2 of the 2009 NBA Finals.
Okay.
Job's not finished.
I like it.
I can respect that.
Plus, you get LSU. Who the hell puts this schedule together, man?
You know what? My dad was saying the same thing.
We've got to reseed. I don't know why we're in 2025 and we don't reseed a tournament.
But I think LSU, that game will tell us if we're the real deal or not. Win or lose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're at the end here.
Yes, ma'am.
So.
Y'all got it. You feel confident going into it, Keegan, man.
Oh, I'm confident, but job's not finished.
That's right.
Okay, I appreciate that. See, so he's not even
Y'all
calling to talk smack.
No, Keegan's just matter of fact about things.
Yeah. No, his brother.
Hey, good luck, brother.
Absolutely.
Are you
Go
going?
Hogs.
You should go.
I wish one day.
Yes.
Love it.
One day.
All right, Keegan.
See you, Keegan.
Y'all have a good rest of your day and week. Go Hawks.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Dang it, we should have had him do another
Woo Pig Suey.
Woo Pig Suey just because.
So while we're on college baseball, shout out to the Murray State Racers. How about that?
That's all right.
Duke was the biggest favorite that was left in the Super Regionals, and Murray State lost the first game.
Yes, they did.
Pounded Duke in game 2. Then in a tight game in game 3, they take the lead, and then 5-4 in the ninth inning, they get the double play.
Mm-hmm.
Runner slides into the second baseman. They call the guy at first out too because of interference. They go back and so they dogpile. They go back,
They
review
think it's
it.
over. They're like taking jerseys off.
Yep, they review it, and it was clear that he didn't do anything wrong. He just slid in the second hard. Well, the problem in that play was the shortstop was way too far from second base to underhand toss that, and it made that situation happen. I think he was nervous or something. But if you just throw that ball, that's a double play, no doubt. Nobody gets spiked, nothing. So anyway, they have to come back out there and get that last out. And you just knew with a runner on first and a one-run game, the baseball gods were about to pay off there with a 2-run homer and a walk-off win for Duke. Nope, ground out to first. Double dog pile.
That's all right.
Murray State.
That's all right.
Partying at the walk-up Dairy Queen all night.
Shout out to him, man. There's been a lot of love on social media, too, saying, man, this is our team. Like, that's what's up.
It's a basketball school.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know how much their stadium holds?
800 kids or 800 people.
It's 800 people.
800 people.
And guess who mows that grass?
The coach.
The head coach. What's wrong with you, Babs?
I don't know. Everybody said that like 8,000
Is it
times
because
today.
is it because it's Duke? Is that why? Are you upset that it's Duke that got lost?
No.
Duke baseball
I
fan.
love the Murray State story. I love it. It's just,
The players roll the tarp. The coach moves the
8
field.
million people have said that about the.
Well, we haven't been on the air yet,
I know.
Dawn.
I'm just saying. Yay.
Our
okay.
audience
Oh,
had-
it's cute. It's great.
Listen,
story.
I think we should start a group chat about it.
Yeah, you know what?
A
Then
new
you
one?
can heart that every time it comes up,
8 million times.
We need to get that dude
so
on
I
the
can
show.
relive it.
So
We have asked.
Zeph asked, and I'm actually
We've
kind of.
asked prior to this
So
win.
did.
I'm actually kind of proud of the guy for not coming on. Like it's like
not.
I'm focused on this thing.
No, not talking the way they talk.
Have they even responded to you?
That man said
They
it just
haven't even
bit more.
responded.
He's on the mower, Zeph. He's not worried about you.
That's true. He's busy.
They've
Field up.
obviously never been to the College World Series because they've never even been to a Super Regional. So Murray State becomes the 4th 4 seed in a Super Regional to make the College World Series ever. So congrats to them and that community.
Yeah.
They love their basketball up there. So this will turn them into baseball fans.
Absolutely.
Listen, Johnny said, okay, Debbie Downer. Look, I retweeted them where they said, new passenger on the flight home. They got their trophy in the seat with them, and I retweeted all their stuff. I love the Murray State shorts.
That guy was at Walter State, which is outside Knoxville, before he was at Murray State. Do you have an update from Zach?
He is there. I guess they're waiting on the cops.
No, but didn't he almost see something else?
Oh, yeah. He said he almost saw another wreck happen right in front of where they're parked on the interstate.
What in the world?
He said he heard tires screeching and then saw someone swerve and then.
Okay, they need to remove themselves from the interstate.
Right.
Well, I don't think they can because a van got smushed in between two trucks.
Okay. Well, how were they not going to call the police?
They did call the police.
No,
Well,
only
Zach did.
because Zach made
Zach
them.
called the police.
Crazy. All right. Next.
Next is a break.
All right, we'll get to offensive lineman Kevin Zeitler when we come back. 3HL
There we go.
1045 The Zone. I want to tell you about Brentwood Jewelry. Father's Day coming up. Give your father the gift of time this Father's Day with Brentwood Jewelry. They have the best selection of watches And they have a large selection of timepieces, including brands like Bremont, Tissot, Oris, Longines, and Luminox. They have the gift that can fit into any budget you might have. And don't forget about Brentwood Jewelry's pre-owned Rolex marketplace. Give Dad the gift of a fine pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost. Every watch they sell has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance and is presented with a 2-year warranty. They offer an extensive online selection of fine pre-owned Rolex watches. Their selection includes both prior models and the current models from which you can compare. Brentwood Jewelry, they have anything you need jewelry-wise, and any gifting opportunity you have throughout the course of the year, they will be able to help you out. Just get in there and get to know the Imamali family. They've been in business for more than 50 years with 3 generations of Imamalis helping out. 7012 Church Street, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. Saturday, 9 to 4. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day. For more than 50 years, visit BrentwoodJewelry.com.
Good afternoon. It's 4:03. I'm Joseph Bonanno live for the 104.5 The Zone studio. The Titans are back on the practice field for the start of mandatory minicamp, where head coach Brian Callahan gave an update on the attendance from his team for this week.
As far as attendance, everyone should be here. We should be at full tilt today. There'll be some guys that are held for various reasons from full participation. There'll be some guys that have some work on the sides, limited participation, but everybody's here and we're ready to roll.
In NFL news around the league, the Titans' Week 1 opponent signed former Ravens and Chargers running back J.K. Dobbins as he heads to Denver on a one-year, $5.25 million deal. And holdouts around the league as mandatory minicamps begin. AFC North pass rushers Trey Hendrickson and T.J. Watt holding out for the Bengals and Steelers, respectively. Bengals first-round pick Shamar Stewart still holding out as disputes over his rookie contract continue to escalate and become more public. And then over in Washington, wide receiver Terry McLaurin is holding out a Commanders camp as he awaits a new contract as well. For our foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Tell 104.5 The Zone. Happy Tuesday. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. You can watch the show live, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Babsy is here.
Hi, guys.
What up, Babs?
What up?
Slay Dog figured out how to get the
Tuesday.
TV on in the studio.
In the building? Oh, okay.
See, Zeph, you jumped out.
Yeah, like what? That was, come on.
Yeah, that
Zeph,
was
bro.
on me. My bad.
That's all right. That's all right. We're moving today.
Okay, let's
We're moving.
move.
We've got mandatory minicamp to talk about. We're rolling today.
We were rolling.
We've got a show host making the traffic update. Thank you, Jameson. That I do believe that's a first. Here we are.
How about Zach being the one guy in the whole thing going, no, we're calling the cops.
Right? Like
Yeah.
Zach Lyons, the voice of reason.
Yeah,
What?
makes sense.
What are we doing here?
Zach was involved in an accident. He doesn't believe that anyone was hurt, but there were a couple of vehicles that apparently did not have proof of insurance.
Or registration.
And so
Including
nobody
a church
wanted,
fan.
nobody wanted to call the cops, so Zach
With
called the
kids.
cops. Good job, Zach. 3HL is presented by Ferguson Home. Bring your vision to Ferguson Home, where it all comes together, fergusonhome.com. How was that showroom? We went there about a month ago.
Amazing.
The new one in Mount Juliet.
They've got everything.
Everything.
I know.
kind of
the
stuff in there.
problem is I want to buy everything.
Yeah, that could be a problem.
They had a shower in there with like 19 shower heads. That's what I want.
So,
That would be pretty cool.
Wouldn't it?
I mean,
You're like in a car wash.
you're going to get blown away.
does
Yeah.
anybody actually have time to like take a long, enjoyable shower ever? Like, I just feel like there's never time to.
It's been a minute
Yeah,
for the long ones.
it has, right?
Remember, you used to think in the shower.
Yeah, that was a great time.
You would come up with some great ideas when you were in the shower.
Great time.
That was a good time back then. 615-737-1045. Murray State with the big win, and Dale in the Borough wants to talk about that. Dale, what's up?
I think you meant Ben in the Borough, but that's
My
okay.
bad.
I don't
My
know
bad,
how we got
Dale.
Dale
That's on
from
me.
Ben, but that's okay.
You're Ben.
Maybe you were Dale in a previous life, and Zeph just clued into
I
that.
got a cousin named Dale, but that's about it.
Oh, there you go. Zeph,
I want to talk about.
Zeph knows you.
Yeah, I want to talk about the play at the end there.
Yeah.
That was clearly forced play slide rule. The rule states he's got to slide directly into second base with both feet directly into the bag. The fielder is protected on either side of the bag. He clearly slid to the shortstop side and clipped him there. The umpire had the stones to call that, and the NCAA did not have the stones to back him up on a controversial call at the end of the play. Shame on the NCAA. That guy nailed it. That was the exact right call.
You're going conspiracy theory.
I can see that though. See, I don't know.
I didn't view that slide like you did, Dale, and I know we're going to disagree on that. I thought it was a clean slide personally, but
I'm just telling you how the rule reads in the book.
yeah.
And the
Okay.
rule reads in the book that
I
he's
just
gotta
felt like he
slide
went straight
directly
into the bag.
second
He
base.
easily could have gone outside of the bag. Like
He did go outside of the bag.
Yeah, see, I disagree.
Go back and watch it again. And tell me I'm wrong.
Well, I mean, it worked out.
Guys.
It worked out. Murray State got in. So
yeah, I know. That's the most important thing. But the NCAA should have backed up that umpire because he absolutely nailed that call. That's the truth. All right, y'all have a great day.
Appreciate you.
I could see that. See, I didn't know when I was sitting there watching it. Like I didn't know the rule well enough to know what the call should have been, but I thought it looked fine.
I happened to be on the phone with a guy that's done baseball his entire life, and we both agreed that he went into the bag and that it was going to get reversed, and it did get reversed. So, just disagree, Dale. But doesn't mean I'm right. Oh yeah, Ben.
My bad.
Why did you write Dale? How do you get Dale out of Ben?
Because I heard Dale. That's about all I can say. Is
Dude,
I miss her.
You need to go get that earwax cleaned out of your ears.
It's the phone. This phone receiver sucks.
Or maybe Babs gave you the ear thing.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe.
I thought was it contagious?
No. Well, I don't know. They think it could have been a virus that caused it. So
there
Can
you
you
go.
hear yet?
no. Like I'm on what?
You still can't hear out of your ear?
10, I can hear a little bit better, but it's still not gone. It still pops.
It's coming along, though.
I know. Well, I'm about to fly.
Voice of positivity over there.
So I really
it'll
need it to
definitely
be
pop up,
okay. Yeah, like pop your eardrum out.
Oh, speaking of you flying, look at what I got today.
You got a planner?
Yeah. I put all your vacation days in here.
I'm so proud of you. I've only sent it to you 15 times.
Slade, you know when she's out?
No. I would pay you your parsley for tonight if you
There's no games tonight unless you're doing Major League Baseball.
tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow.
If you knew what days I was going on vacation.
I don't, and I usually write it down. But the thing is, I know you're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
I just don't know when. When you leaving?
This weekend.
Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
Friday?
No, I'll be here Friday.
So you're out Monday.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, Babs is out Monday and you're at the doctor.
Yeah, I'll be here, though.
You gonna be here?
Yeah. I think my doctor appointment at 8.
Okay, good. I was gonna once I wrote that in my calendar, I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, unless I need to put down Babs is gone. Babs is leaving on Father's Day.
I'll be gone.
I'm taking my husband.
Oh, you
so there
are?
you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hell of a birthday.
Yeah.
Well, I like that.
Happy Father's Day.
Yep.
Let's go to Vegas.
Not a hell of a
Let's go to
birthday.
Vegas.
See, I'm so used to you combining them. Hell of a birthday.
It is a combine. It's both of them.
See what I'm saying?
It's
Hey,
for
my
his
birthday's
birthday.
this weekend, Don. I'll go to Vegas.
You're out Tuesday too, right?
You want to do some penny slots with me, Zeph?
I'll go.
She loves some penny
I'll
slots.
I
go
go to
blow-
old Vegas to do
I'm
that.
gonna go blow my money on blackjack like I did that one time.
Go win you some money, though. Don't blow it.
Zeph was funny walking around casino. He walked around there like he owned the place
Until I didn't have any money.
until
Then
it owned you.
Then yeah. Then I was in its debt.
615-737-1045. Kevin Zeitler, how big of a piece is he? You start talking about center guard triangle. You start talking about a second-year guy next to him. I think this dude is massively important.
Yeah.
Yes.
14 years in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he sign, Zeph Dog, with the Titans?
First off, I think the chance to work with Coach Callahan, who's considered, one of the best, if not the best, O-line coach of all time. A chance to get to work with him, see the things he does and, give it a shot. Why not? Talking to my family, we just felt like Nashville was going to be the best spot for me, my girls. It just spoke to us, and, we're excited. We've already been here 2 weeks and we absolutely love it. And like I said, chance. Coach Callahan, the chance, for, young talent to come in quick and, you never know, change it around quick. It just, something said, let's go. On top of that, obviously, having the early pick, fresh, exciting new QB like Cam and, having him here, watching what he's doing, it's like, all right, things could change quickly and, time to go and buy in. Let's be part of that change.
What are your first impressions of Cam? You alluded to it a little bit.
It was a beautiful ball. I will say that. Just being out here, he's picking it up, he's figuring it out, but he's also making plays on his own, and it's like, it's a good thing to have.
Bring experience
like that.
around anytime for me.
Absolutely. I like his demeanor.
Yep.
I know
And
it's
the sound.
small and dumb and it's a tiny clip, but sometimes it just stands out, right?
Yeah, we'll hear more from Kevin Zeitler as we roll through today's show. Also, Xavier Restrepo, who has been, according to everyone on the scene, all over the place. Catching balls, not just from Cam. Popular target. You'll hear from him in just a little bit. Zach Lyons with an update in the chat. LMAO. A highway incident patrol truck just drove on by. Didn't even think to maybe pull off.
Wow.
Oh.
Maybe he was going to.
What? There's 3 cars sitting on the side of the road, and that thing just was like, eh.
Maybe that dude knew the cops were coming. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be there to, like, he's got those big lights to help get people away. So for when the cops get there, there's some room to work.
Yeah, but this probably ain't the only accident in town.
Oh, no, it's Nashville. Come on.
Yeah,
It's Nashville in the summer.
It's a good point, Slay.
Zach, I just take pictures of everything.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Especially considering nobody has insurance.
Yeah, like what's going to happen?
He's going to get screwed.
So get out the sun.
Just call it a day.
Yeah, like, come on, take the pictures, go on.
I think good news for Zach is the back of his truck got hit, so his engine still works, and he got AC. So he can sit inside the truck and get AC.
If I was in, what if they just pull off, then what would Zach do?
Nothing different.
I mean, what's about to happen?
Then it's a hit and run, and then is that a felony?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, man. I'm pretty sure a lot of things ain't in order. If they riding around with kids on the church van and it was ready to pull off with no insurance or registration, like
it's pretty crazy. Allegedly.
I mean, where else we going with this?
Also, feel bad for those kids, like, or the person watching those kids, because, like, how are you going to entertain kids while you're waiting on the cops to show up?
Also, kids on the side of an interstate.
On the side of an interstate, yeah.
Not good. This whole situation's tough, Zach. Tough, Zach. Thanks for contributing to 3HL, though. Again, you'll hear more from the Titans people next. 3HL 104.5 The Zone.
Originally, I figured out I had to replace some of my windows in my home because they were warped and these little tiny bugs were crawling in through the windows every single summer. Is that you? And you know that you might need new windows and doors. Well, you need to call Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They are the ones that are the best. They're the nicest. They have the best staff. They have the best warranties. They have lifetime warranties on all of their products, all the things. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. That's who you need to call. You can go to their showrooms if you want instead. Showroom in Franklin on Mallory Station Road, or a showroom in Hendersonville on 256 East Main Street. Both of those locations are amazing, and they can help you out, and they'll give you a dawn deal. That's what you can call it. Just say, give me the dawn deal for June, 60% off. Qualifying installations plus 0% APR for 36 months. Schedule your free consultation. Ask for the dawn deal. You can do it online at pellanashville.com.
What's happening, y'all? This is Big Slay coming to you with Low T Center. That's where you need to head to, lowtcenter.com. And if you or your spouse are looking to lose weight in time for the summer, which is arrived, head over to Low T Center for prescription weight loss treatment options, including semaglutide. And then if you qualify for the treatment, you can get a free B12 shot when you start. Now, that offer is limited, but you just got to go to lowtcenter.com, book your appointment, get dialed in, and get ready to roll. Now, understand, Low T Center, it gives you the power to take control of your health. Understand that. Now, you can sit around on the side and wonder why your energy is low, and if you can have control of it, yes, you can. All you got to do is go to Low T Center, get them test your T levels and see where you are, and understand with the lab results coming back right there, you will know if you qualify, and you meet a doctor. But sometimes you don't even see a person on the screen. You feel comfortable trusting your health through a chat, through a video? Man, go to lowtcenter.com so they can get you situated, meet with people right there in person, and get the job done. lowtcenter.com.
3XL 104.5 The Zone. Wild day here. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. We're balancing Titans information and questions and discussion and audio with Zach Lyons in an accident out there on the interstate. Everybody appears to be okay. But a church van carrying a bunch of kids was involved. An F-150 was involved, but it wasn't bad. She's been here. Did Zeph make the traffic report right there?
Zach,
did Zach make the traffic report right there?
Honestly, don't know.
Was this the accident up by the airport?
No, he said he's over by the La Quinta Inn over
he did say
stadium.
going by Top Golf.
He's saying that's me right after Shelby Avenue. That's me. I made the traffic report.
Way to go, Zach.
Can you go back and pull that? Or was that just live and not recorded?
No, I can pull. It's recorded. It's right here. You want me to replay it right now?
Yeah, I want to see what he said.
Okay. Let me make sure.
You're popular, Zach.
Jay needs to include Zach's name in this accident.
Okay, here is the traffic report for those who missed it.
We have a crash now blocking the left two lanes of Interstate 24 eastbound at Briley Parkway South.
That's not him.
A crash has the center lane blocked now of Interstate 440 eastbound just past exit 3. On the east bank, Interstate 24 westbound after the Shelby Avenue.
That's him. Okay.
Did Zach call in a report? Did he call in and report it, though? Who reported it? Who's reporting these crashes?
I guess him, because the other two vehicles were uninsured and didn't want to call the cops.
Oh, that's good.
Poor Zach. He's still there. Now he's getting advice from Blair Durham.
Yeah, Blair says he's okay. If you have uninsured motorists on your insurance, you're okay.
Yeah.
Come to find out. And Blair made a great point. He said deer do not have insurance either.
That is true, but that's a natural occurrence, right?
I found out when I filed that, I hit a deer one time. Barry Chapel Road. And,
yeah.
And it rolled up onto my windshield and then rolled back down and then took off running.
Oh.
A deer?
Yeah. And so I'm just sitting there kind of in disbelief.
It's a strong deer.
And truck pulls up next to me, rolls down his window, says, "Hey, man, you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, Kenny Chesney, I'm good."
It was Kenny Chesney?
It was Kenny Chesney.
Wow.
That was real. So then when I filed, I
I'm
found
going
out.
to see him at the Spear.
Yeah, that's dope.
Are you really?
I've
Yeah.
seen the pictures.
Yeah.
Video.
I'm trying not to look at anything because I want it to be like, I don't want to see any of the TikToks or videos. Like, the only thing that I've seen is everybody has sent me, obviously, the Vols.
That's the one I seen.
Yeah,
That's
So
dope.
you're going to see Kenny Chesney at the Sphere.
Uh-huh.
You guys rented a cabana at a pool.
Uh-huh.
Wow. You got hats
Going to
made.
Absinthe.
You are?
We're doing that.
Yeah. That's where we went in New Orleans.
No. Very different.
Oh.
It's a show.
That's what we had in New Orleans.
It's a show.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Has anybody in our chat been to Kenny Spears? Kenny Spears. Tajay. I just combined Tajay Spears, Kenny Chesney,
and
Vegas,
the Sphere.
and the Sphere.
Yeah.
This is where we are on a Tuesday of
That was my
mandatory
girl.
camp.
Good job, Babsy.
What up, Tajay? What are you doing? You want to go to Vegas? Okay,
Zach-
Ken saw the Eagles in the Sphere and said it was amazing.
Golf has been to a bunch of stores.
Oh,
Bowling.
Jeremy went last weekend. The show is ridiculous at the
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing.
Okay. Zach in the chat. Cops coming if they pull off. Enjoy jail, church kids. Zach is in here, man. Zach in all caps. I ain't got no snacks in this car.
Oh my gosh, he's
That's
losing
amazing.
it. He's on
Keeps on
delirium.
there.
The worst part is watching all the happy drivers driving by getting to go home and eat.
Yeah.
Zach's hungry, man.
He said, "Can I get Uber Eats to deliver out here?"
I mean, it seems like
I don't.
seems like you've been out there a while.
Yeah, you could probably. They probably walk right there on up the exit route.
Zach, that was me in the traffic report, the one after the Shelby Avenue accident.
I know. We got to talk to our guy. He's got to say Zach Lyons has caused an accident over.
No,
on-
he was a victim.
I don't care. That's details.
Yeah, don't let the truth
Minor
get in the way of a good
details.
story, though. All right, Zeitler, man. You want to hear more from the offensive lineman?
Mm-hmm.
What drew him? He talked about Bill Callahan being one of the best, if not the best, offensive line coaches in the league. What drew him to wanting to work with BC?
Very, very detail oriented. You know, from day one on, it's been nonstop. Even when I was zooming in, it was nonstop. And that's good. You need that intensity, that desire for detail, the desire to be great every day. And, it's infectious in the way of the group. They've been working, and it's really cool to watch. And I'm glad to finally be out here to be a part of it.
Infectious. It's a good word.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good word for a newly rebuilt team.
Well, and Bill Callahan does things differently, right? Like, so you're new to the system or whatever, and he's got Olga and Bertha over there, the two blocking sleds that got a lot of attention last year.
That allegedly the vets have had
trouble
with. Yeah.
Yep. Will there be an adjustment to Bill Callahan's system, Zeitler?
I mean, always for the guys who've been here, year 2 is always a big thing. But for me personally, I feel like I've done almost every type of style of O-line there's known to man with all the teams I've been on. But, it's some different stuff. It's some new stuff. It's really interesting. So it's going to take a little bit to get into it, but I'm excited about it.
It is.
It's going to take a little to get into it.
But boy, when we get rolling, veteran leadership, I'm here for it. So now he becomes just as important as Cushionberry.
Maybe even more important.
Probably more,
with Cushionberry not in 100%.
Yep, and then Latham beside him. Getting back used to it, yep.
And then Dan Moore.
Opposite side, though.
Left tackle cannot be a turnstile.
No.
They've had a turnstile every year for the last 3 years.
I think I'm ready to watch him and Skoronski grow.
Yeah. More from Zeitler. Has he been asked to play mentor to the young offensive lineman?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's just like, anything I have done or know, I'll tell them, if I think of something a little differently, I'll explain it to them, and they can work it in however they want, or if they want the advice, or if they're good to go. Because obviously those two guys, all the talent in the world, so excited to see what they can do.
I mean, we talked a lot about the offensive line yesterday.
Yeah.
And yesterday. And we talked about Dan Moore and the importance over there and getting going with Skoronski. And it's funny about Dan Moore, and lots of people are quick to pull the stats, and, he gave up 12 sacks most in the league and all these things. And I remember a few weeks ago when we were talking with Greg Cosell about him, and I brought that up to him. He goes, he's not a stat guy, so he doesn't pay attention to it. He goes, really? Because that's not what the film shows.
Mm-hmm.
Film shows that he had a pretty good year.
Yep. And
his best year in Pittsburgh. And he said, I think that was a really good acquisition for Tennessee. So we'll see. And then, Cushionberry coming back from the Achilles, we're going to talk about that nonstop.
Mm-hmm.
That is massive. Otherwise, you may be looking at a rookie.
Right.
I think it's scary.
Well,
I think it's scary for Titans fans, yeah.
Yeah. Just because you got a rookie quarterback. You know how big it was. That's what we was talking about him coming in. How big that was going to be for Will Levis. Have a veteran guy coming in and play that many snaps, being able to help him out. Because we see what the difference is with Ben Jones gone. We're still searching. So
right, and they drafted a guy to be a swing guy. So is it Corey Levin if Cush is not ready?
I imagine so.
Yeah. So that is key for sure. And then Zeitler and J.C. Latham on the right side. I think it's going to be fun to watch the team run right again.
Because we ran left
all day
long, and with production.
Yeah,
it's just you right side. Good gosh.
Zach on YouTube said, "Don gonna try to get me to pay for this wreck by saying on the radio that I caused it."
Nah.
They always say that when you get involved in an accident. Do not admit anything to anybody.
He never said he caused it in his defense.
So. It's always supposed to be the person behind you if you get hit that right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. 615-737-1045. With regard to Jermaine Pratt, the linebacker we talked about yesterday, that would, I think, fit pretty well. 143 tackles for the Bengals, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, 2 interceptions, would fit well next to Cody Barton, and then let the young guys battle for reps in a secondary role, right? Mm-hmm. Not in the secondary, but a secondary role at inside linebacker. From PK, I think after some examination of him, the Titans won't be hot for former Bengal and now free agent linebacker Jermaine Pratt. So, I don't know why. Projected salary from spot
have their
right?
reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they have access to things that clearly I don't. But, but the contract, the estimated contract would be 2 years, almost 18. Yeah, almost 18 million, 17.9. So that's not a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're 12th in salary cap currently.
Yeah.
In salary cap room. But apparently not going to do it. From Ben Arthur today. What'd you say?
Yeah, we need Snead back. I was just sitting there looking at the depth chart.
Yeah, what's going on there?
I don't know. We got plenty of time, though.
I mean, Coach was asked a bunch about it today, and
We'll play some of that here.
we're not worried about him.
So,
let me hit this first. Ben Arthur, wide receiver Xavier Restrepo was all over the place today. Not an exaggeration that he was the recipient of every second or third pass by the quarterbacks today. Seems to be a friendly target and not just Cam Ward. Xavier Restrepo talking about his offseason workouts, Cam Ward, and the trust he's building with the coaching staff.
It was awesome seeing, some of the vets that weren't here. Most of the vets were here, so it was a lot of the same old things, but to see guys, well-respected guys around the league, feel their energy was awesome.
How crucial are these next 3 days of camp before you guys take that long break before training camp?
No, I think every opportunity we get to step on the field is super important for our success, down the road. I feel like we're also doing a great job on, getting better day by day and working on the next practice, the next meeting, the next lift. So
it seemed like you were kind of everywhere in the offense team sessions today. Just kind of what have you done that's allowed you to have this much early success in these team periods?
Well, I think the coaches are just, allowing me to play football. I think I'm just getting a lot of opportunity right now, and I'm just super thankful for it. Anywhere they put me, I feel like, I could help the team.
Do you think there's something you've done that's kind of earned that trust, or is it just kind of happening incrementally?
I mean, I know the playbook. The coaches give us the playbook, so it's all about, who could learn every single position, and I feel like I could, do a pretty good job at learning, all the spots. So, again, coaches are giving me an amazing opportunity and moving everywhere.
Jeff came in and talked a little trash to Cam, and Cam gave it right back to him. Have you seen that from Cam, I guess, during your play days with him? How good is he at giving it back?
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a practice where Cam hasn't talked, or a game that even a lift that Cam hasn't talked crap, so excuse my language, but that's just Cam. Jeff, I heard he's a big smack talker guy, so there's going to be some words exchanged in the next 3 days.
I love that.
Yep.
He said crap and said, excuse my language.
I mean,
you're good, bud.
Yeah, I promise you.
Your soon-to-be 5-year-old says worse than that.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley has dropped an F-bomb in every media availability he's done.
Yeah.
There's a reason he doesn't go up to the podium. Because
do you think
they quit having him up in the podium?
Because he keeps
quit.
dropping F-bombs.
Do you think we'll get to a day in the world where we don't bleep out curse words, like any of them? Because a lot more goes now than did like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think.
Absolutely.
Just stuff that's dedicated to family networks. You ain't going to be able to.
Even then, like doing UFL, and we're on ESPN, and there's.
It's going off.
Hakeem Butler dropping the F-bomb in a sideline interview. Like, okay, we're live.
Yeah.
Hi.
We're live. Don't you?
My favorite, that makes me think of when.
It wasn't caught either.
When Tom Hart did an entire interview with us not knowing that we were on the air.
Yes.
That was amazing.
That was amazing. Now, luckily, he didn't say anything bad.
Yeah, 615-737-1045. You mentioned, Jerry Snead. What do they do at corner? What's going on with him? Like, there's a lot of unknowns there. He only played in 5 games last year.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still not practicing?
But I thought he had something else off season though, right? Like a cleanup or something? Or
Did he?
Was it just a hamstring?
Did I miss that?
I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah,
I know he was out there today, but
there was like a knee cleanup.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, Brownlee Jr. on one side. You good with that, right?
Yeah.
Roger McCrary inside. Good with that, right?
Yep.
So what do you do on the other side? If Snead can't go, who's the other guy?
Snead gonna have to go.
Or do they get somebody else? Snead gonna have to go. Babs was right. Head coach was asked about him today. Do they need to get more out of Snead this year?
I think again, that's a position that we, if the right guys are available and we can add them, we'll look to add them. I think you can never have enough corners because inevitably that's where injuries occur, especially during training camp. On top of it, the more corners you can have, the better. So there's certainly our eyes are always to the wire, trying to see what's available and who might fit.
So that was obviously talking about if they could add another corner. And he's going to answer that with every position. He did it with inside linebacker too.
Yeah.
Like we're not in a position where we shouldn't investigate at the very least.
Got to take a peek at everything.
So now this is Brian Callahan talking about Snead and do they need to get more out of him?
I think everything that he's shown us when he's here has been fantastic, and there's a track record of success as well from what he has been as a player. But he's also got to prove that here too. He hasn't done that yet for us, so there's a little bit of that as well. Like we're waiting for him to show us, the player that he's been. He hasn't reached that level of play for us, and so we're waiting for that opportunity to occur. And I think he'll be ready for it when it comes. But his track record of success and what he's been as a player is pretty well documented. We just hope we need to get that version of him out here for us.
So,
were those frustrated words?
No, it's just matter of fact to me.
Yeah,
especially
I didn't take it as frustrated.
Oh, yeah, it was delivered in a matter-of-fact way. Yeah. I just wonder if it comes from a frustrated place. Maybe that's a better way to
I see what you're
that.
saying.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be a little bit, right?
Right, yeah.
Because when he's here, when he's healthy, when he's able to be on the field, Lethal Latin said he has a serious lawsuit against him. He has a civil lawsuit against him. Yes, it's a serious one, but it is also a civil lawsuit, not a criminal.
That whole situation's weird because
the whole thing is weird. It's $1 million civil lawsuit.
So there was a guy in a car lot, allegedly Snead, and another guy were in a car. Shots were fired out of that car at this guy. There is a video camera that's on the scene.
It's at a Mercedes dealership.
Yeah, and so it's wild to think that this is still going on without any sort of step toward a resolution.
Well, the incident happened December 6th of 2024. So you're talking months and months ago.
Yeah.
615. The whole thing's weird.
737-1045. More from Brian Callahan. We've got mandatory minicamp holdouts I'll hit you with next. This is 3HL.
All right, we know it's summer. We know there's a ton of sporting events out there going on. And we know that the local team, the Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, always supports our youth sports movements and especially women and girls in sports. And so every Tuesday, thanks to the local team, the Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, we give a shout out to some of our girls sports going on. There is a youth basketball tournament scheduled for June 20 through the 22nd in Gatlinburg. Girls teams from under 7 to under 18, grades 3 through 12, playing in pool games in a knockout round. So Legacy Group sending out good luck wishes to all of our mid-state teams that may be competing out there in the mountains. Games played at Rocky Top Sports World and Gatlinburg Pittman High School. For more information, go to the Mid-State Youth Sports website. All of this brought to you by the Legacy Group at UBS Financial Services in Franklin, Tennessee. If you have $1 million or more to invest and you want to do it with a local team, call financial advisors Brent Thompson, David Reynolds, Jim Candela, and Robert Reynolds at 615-721-4921. See if they can help you achieve your financial goals. For their client relationship summary disclosures, visit ubs.com/relationship summary. UBS Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA/SIPC.
If you are in need of a place to work by yourself or with some other people, or maybe you need a conference room, eSpaces.com. eSpaces has you covered. eSpaces.com, 15 locations. A couple of new ones, Cool Springs at Corporate Center, Brentwood at City Park, coming at you again, eSpaces.com. Redefining co-working with exceptional offices for every business, designed for entrepreneurs, teams of people, and established professionals, featuring private offices, team suites, meeting rooms, fully equipped 24/7 access, flexible terms, beautiful professional spaces that are move-in ready. Whether you're scaling up or just getting started, eSpaces provides flexibility without compromise. Want to check it out? They have so many workspace options for you. The best way to do it, eSpaces.com. They do have tours available now. You can reserve your space early. eSpaces.com. Again, going to have 15 locations when Cool Springs and Brentwood get opened up in July. Check them out. Maybe you have a hard time working in your office. Maybe you have a hard time working at home. Maybe you need a place to gather people from around the area all in one space. eSpaces.com is the website. That's eSpaces.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. From NBC Sports, Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson remains on track to return during training camp. So he's dealing with a shoulder injury. It's the same shoulder that he had surgery on. But he's not going to have surgery this time. It's just rest. The shoulder surgery in 2023 came after injuring his AC joint in his right shoulder against the Titans.
Do you know who tackled him?
I was trying to remember that.
I know who did it. He no longer plays for the team.
Is it Kenneth Murray?
No.
Who was it? Harold Landry?
Harold Landry.
Yeah. Harold Landry got him. But, yeah, there you go. Anthony Richardson remains on track to return during training camp. I don't think he wins that job.
Well, here's the problem. You don't know what you have in him.
I know I have a 47.7% passer.
Yes, you do know what you got. You got a phenomenal athlete is what you got in him. But you don't know what else. You might as well start running triple option or something. Because he's a freak athlete.
Wouldn't that be something?
Man, he got all the tools.
How many games could you go just running the triple option before everybody figured it out?
Or how many games do you go just saying, you know what, we're just going to let him loose and let him go play backyard football. Maybe it'll end up something. Because your job on the line regardless anyway.
No doubt. 47.7% passer last year, 8 touchdowns, 12 interceptions in 11 games.
But y'all know what's going to happen.
Danny Dimes.
Come on, man. Y'all know whose show this is. I've been trying to tell y'all this for 2 years, man.
You have.
I'm telling y'all, this is his show. He chose to go there. He looked around the NFL, coming from Minnesota, and was like, where should I go? Either, there or Carolina.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going right there.
D. Jones is like,
what was that song?
Let's go.
Tails, Carolina.
Come on, man. Like
Heads, Carolina. Tails, California.
You better go back to Danny Millionaire now.
Slay, shouldn't you want to be wrong on this one so that the Colts don't have a good quarterback?
No.
You'd rather be right and the Colts be good?
No, I think the Titans still 2 years away. This year and get on track next year. You still got too many holes.
Are you saying worry about you before you worry about somebody else?
Yeah, this is for me, Danny Dimes. Like they got more of a complete team up there than we do.
Like, how do you not have a timetable on his shoulder, too? And you don't even know if...
They really don't.
No, and you don't know if he's going to end up having to have another surgery.
He got a second opinion.
Right.
And they came up with rest. That's what makes me wonder if, they advised surgery and he said no. And then he got a second opinion from the doctor who did his shoulder the first time.
It happens all the time. We just talked
Mr.
about
Keith
that.
in the chat, Levis over Richardson.
Well, I mean, I did pull
at least Levis is available.
Yeah, you're wrong with that one.
I mean, Anthony Richardson was 47.7% completion percentage. Levis was 63.1%. Richardson had 8 touchdowns. Levis had 13. They both had the same amount of interceptions. Levis in 12 games, Richardson in 11. Yeah. Not all quarterback draft classes are created equally.
Listen, going into that, they said the same about both. They said Levis could be taken number 1, Richardson could fall, and it was the opposite. So, I mean, he could have went either way with either one of their careers. You got athletes. Some strong built athletes.
So there are some mandatory minicamp holdouts I've got for you. Steelers edge rusher TJ Watt wants a new contract. He's entering the final year of his deal. 8 seasons. He has 30.5 sacks in the last 2 years. And you can he's got a monstrous sack total. 4 years ago he had 22.5.
This is playing through injury and everything.
Everything. Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin seeking a contract extension. He's entering the last year of his deal. 6-year veteran, 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 31 touchdown receptions in those 5 years. Caught 82 passes for 1,096 yards last year with 13 touchdowns. Scary Terry. It's a great nickname.
Yeah. What y'all feel about him?
Meh.
Yeah.
I think
it's like every year, man.
I think he's really good, but there are a lot of really good receivers in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he special? Like, how do you want to try to define him?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Like, for the question.
If you're defining him for the Titans, this team is not ready to go win this year.
Right.
So,
would you rather have Calvin Ridley or Scary Terry?
Calvin Ridley on the deal you have him on now?
I would too. And
bankroll.
And
right, because
probably got off with getting busy.
But he is productive, that's for sure.
I mean, and what if? No, I'll put it in reverse, Terry. And what if? Lethal laughing.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you don't,
they have hats now. By the way, you can get a hat.
If you don't, just Google it. We've played it so many times on this show. Just Google
Terry.
it. Put it in reverse, Terry. Just Google that.
Hey, we're coming up on firework time, so it will be back. That very popular video will be back. But no, because you look at the Titans, like this is not a team that's going to win this year, right?
Yep.
I mean, maybe they'll win some games, but this is still a rebuild. And so I look at that as not something that you want to dive into yet at 30. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What if Cam Ward is not the answer, too? I mean,
you're just sitting there watching receivers run routes. Yeah.
You're just starting from scratch.
Yep.
Bengals edge rusher Trey Hendrickson wants a new deal. He had 17 and a half sacks and 19 tackles for a loss last year. Holding out. Dolphins cornerback Jalen Ramsey, tight end Jonnu Smith are seeking trades. Ramsey had 2 interceptions and 11 passes defensed last year. Jonnu Smith caught 88 balls last year for 884 yards and 8 touchdowns.
You knew he was going to go somewhere and do that.
He was good, man.
You know what's funny? I was, so Baby Babs has this thing where she wants to go look at all of her baby videos. And so I went back. It was her watching a Titans game that I videoed of her in her little bouncy chair when she was baby, like 2020. And so I showed her, and then I went to the TV, and it was Jonnu Smith catching a touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Phenomenal catch. And I was like, God, man. Kind of missed that guy.
5 o'clock hour coming up. We'll talk more Titans football. You'll hear from Brian Callahan. Coming up at 5:20-ish, Jim Wyatt. He's going to jump in when he can. TennesseeTitans.com. A lot of Titans talk coming up. If you want in, 615-737-1045.
Man, I got Zach Lyons was in a vehicle accident, a little pile up. But in this case, it was a truck, but not a big truck. But if you out there rolling around and you ever get just tapped by a big truck, maybe one of these big rigs, 80,000-pound truck, colliding with a car, a regular car, you think that's fair? No, it's not going to be a fair fight. What else is not a fair fight? You versus the insurance companies. So you better believe trucking companies. They've got teams, not just a team, teams of lawyers working to pay you as little as possible. That's where Bart Durham injury law comes in. Blair Durham and his team, they know how to take on trucking companies and fight for the compensation you deserve. They've been standing up for people in our community for decades, making sure big corporations don't get away with cutting corners. So if you or someone you love has been in a big truck accident, don't go at it alone. Call 615-242-9000. 615-242-9000. Bart Durham Injury Law, protecting the injured, fighting for what's right because you deserve to be paid.
Good evening. It is 5:01. I'm Joseph on the live from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. The Titans are back on the practice field for the start to mandatory minicamp today, where head coach Brian Callahan gave an update on the attendance from his team for this week.
As far as attendance, everyone should be here. We should be at full tilt today. There'll be some guys that are held for various reasons from full participation. There'll be some guys that have some work on the sides, limited participation, but everybody's here and we're ready to roll.
In NFL news around the league, the Titans' Week 1 opponent in the Denver Broncos signed former Ravens and Chargers running back J.K. Dobbins to a one-year deal, meaning the Titans will see him in Week 1. AFC North pass rushers Trey Hendrickson and T.J. Watt are both holding out as the Bengals and Steelers begin minicamp. Also for the Bengals, first-round pick Shamar Stewart still holding out over disputes over his rookie contract that is yet to be signed. And those issues continue to escalate and become more public. And then over in Washington, wide receiver Terry McLaurin holding out of Commanders camp as he awaits a new contract as well. For our foundation repair and whatever needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Titans and Balls. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. It's hot out there, Babsy.
Yes, it is.
Can watch the show live.
That is bonk.
YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
We haven't heard anything from Zach in a while, so I guess he's talking.
We got an update.
Oh, we do?
Zach Lyons in the chat. Update. I'm the only one still waiting on the cops.
Oh.
Yikes.
Wow.
So everybody gone.
So if you're just
Poor
tuning
Zach.
in, Zach got in an accident. Everybody's okay, but
It was not Zach's fault.
There was an F-150 that hit the vehicle behind Zach, who hit Zach. And the vehicle that started it all evidently didn't have insurance or registration.
No, he didn't have insurance.
Yeah. The second car, the one in between them,
which was a church van full of kids,
did not have insurance, nor did they have registration, with a bunch of kids in a church van. So Zach, nobody wanted to call the cops because they didn't have any of the paperwork. So Zach was like, no, we're calling the cops. So Zach called the cops. And now the other two vehicles left? Ooh.
The church,
I just tried to tell you.
The church van, I understand, because if you're full of kids,
right, you don't want them sitting on the side of an interstate.
Like that, I understand, as long as they left their information. The F-150, man, you caused it. What are you doing?
You can't be just
You
bolting.
can't leave. You can't leave.
So now Zach, in all caps, an SUV cop car just passed me.
Oh, no.
Pull over, let me eat, in all caps. Zach, call the show. Evidently, you have time.
Yeah, you're probably going to be there for another hour. So,
and he's hungry. He said the biggest problem is he doesn't have snacks in the car.
No snacks.
Is this why you always keep snacks in the car? You never know?
I keep them because I do know. Everybody gets hungry.
And weird things happen?
I got snacks. Always.
Did you ever figure out what happened to Eduardo?
No, that's what I said. I got to go back to Juan.
Juan.
Juan or you got two names.
It's one of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of my friends just sent me a funny meme.
Is it funnier than Zach calling in from the scene of his own accident?
No.
Zach, what's up, man? You okay?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here on the side of the interstate, just watching all these cop cars just drive right by me. Like, why can't they pull over and help me out over here? Got my emergency lights on and everything.
Has somebody actually called the police, though? Like, you actually put in a
I've been called
report?
twice now. Yeah. I've called twice now.
Maybe, Zach, somebody has your case number, and it's one specific cop that's going to come, and everybody knows it. But everybody knows it, but
He's
you.
probably eating, too. And, like, I'm not eating. I'm hungry. I'm starving over here. I'm wasting away.
Are you by yourself?
Yeah, I'm by myself. No snacks in my car. They all left. And church kids, they got to go to Topgolf. They're probably eating. They're probably having tater tots and stuff.
And having a ball.
Ooh, I might just call it a day on that one.
Tell you. I'll call Bart Durham right now and ask him what should I do.
Well, Blair was in the chat for a little bit, and he was giving you some advice.
Do you want his number, Zach?
615-242-9000.
That's it.
Yeah.
Simple.
There it is.
Hey, Zach.
No. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm in a dealership car, because Lions Ford, who sponsors at the station, I get to drive a little demo around.
Did you really just do an ad from the scene of your own
look at that.
accident?
I should feel like I should get paid a little extra.
This accident presented by
Lions Ford. In Lewisburg, Tennessee, drive a little, save a lot. Yeah, so, how it is, because nobody knows how to merge in the state of Tennessee. Now, some of this is Tennessee drivers, some of it is Kentucky drivers, but nobody knows how to merge in Tennessee. So I don't know what this guy in this Ford truck was doing, but he definitely wasn't paying attention, so we're stopped, obviously, because, you have to let people over or whatever. So whoever in front of me had let someone over or whatever, and it wasn't a sudden stop. We had been stopped for a few minutes. But I hear this screeching sound. I look behind me, and I see the Holy Ghost leave from the driver of the church van, because then they get hit. They see what's coming behind them. They get hit, and then they hit me. And the church kids ended up getting picked up at some point to get taken to Topgolf, and then everybody gave up waiting on the cops. I'm just chilling here, waiting on the cops.
So the Ford truck guy left too?
Yeah, he left. Oh, he bolted. I got everybody's information.
He's the culprit?
Before I told them I called the cops, so this is a pro move for anybody. Listen, before I told them I was going to call the cops after someone in the church van car said that they were going to do it twice and they never did, I got everybody's information down, and then I called the cop.
I'm sure you got correct information. Did you get correct information from all those people?
Oh, I did. I took pictures of licenses and all that kind of stuff.
You're safe. You can leave.
Where are you?
Just hanging out the La Quinta Inn. I'm just on that interstate right after you pass under the Shelby Bridge, heading up to Goodlettsville. I'm supposed to have homemade chicken tikka masala tonight. Now I don't get to even have that.
This is first world problem, Zach. You know that.
I don't even know what this
give me a break.
Described.
So
I told the 911 operator I worked at 104.5. I was like, do you know who I am? I work with Blaine Bishop.
They might know Slay better with his chunky junkie stories.
I'm a little fresher.
Yeah,
a little fresher on the mind.
Yep. We have many Metro police officers that listen to the show, actually.
That's why I asked where you were, so maybe somebody can scoop you up.
Come scoop
please,
by
somebody come help me out, I donate to the Fraternal Order of Police.
Oh, when they call, you say yes? Then they send it to you in the mail? I do it every time.
I did it. Yeah. Why not? What's $1? What's $2?
Well,
let's help this thing out.
Yeah, you always give, because if you don't, the fear is you end up on some list.
There you go.
Hey,
this guy was a jerk.
I'm not about to have to pee in a water bottle. This is getting dire straits.
Yeah.
We're in dire straits
here. We've all been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
This is dire straits here.
So what are your two biggest concerns about the Titans' positional?
Yeah, we might as well talk about that while you're on the side of the interstate.
Yeah, I'm still concerned about the opposite inside linebacker position. I get, we had Coach Mack on today, and he says that he loves what he's seen from Cedric Gray and James Williams, but we got to see what when the pads come on, how they handle it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say the pass rush still. This pass rush, I'm scared.
So are you okay?
I'm more scared of the pass rush than getting hit by a semi while I wait on the side of the road.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
That's a heavy concern.
I'm scared of that pass rush.
Right.
What is your take on Big Jeff losing weight?
Hopefully, it shouldn't probably, because he's still 301 pounds.
Right.
It shouldn't affect his strength or anything. But
and he was talking about getting back up a little bit too.
Yeah. And because he lost 20 pounds and then he wants to get back up to 315, so I guess that's a net positive. He lost 6 pounds at that point, so I guess not that big of a difference if he gets to his playing weight of 315, like you said.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see if that extra weight does make him faster, which is, I guess, the whole point of his off-season regimen is to make himself faster so he can finish some of his pressures and turn them into sacks. But we'll see. I mean, he plays a position that's really not known to get a lot of sacks on a consistent basis. So, anything can help. Improve yourself, improve year over year, and that's what makes a good football player.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to watch the show, YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch, Zach is communicating with his own listeners there. Josh says, wait, is Zach the reason traffic sucks in Goodlettsville? No.
No, he ain't made it that far.
No, I wasn't up that far yet. I didn't even get to make it to 65 North. But I did hear about that wreck up in Goodlettsville, and I cannot wait to drive home and hit that traffic once I get out of here.
Zach,
because those people don't know how to drive either. I mean, y'all don't know how to go from 3 lanes to 2 lanes all of a sudden. Like, what's the deal? I just don't get drivers. I don't understand. They should have to do retake tests for every 20 years or something.
It's rough out here.
Top Tier says never wait on the highway.
Never wait on the highway. Well, at least I'm not blocking any lanes so everybody else can just drive by.
Yeah, but the problem is you get the guy that's on his phone and then swerves into you. So that might be good advice.
Well, I am in the passenger seat of my truck, not on the driver's side, which is facing the interstate. So maybe I'll get a little bit of reprieve if that happens.
There's a little small bump.
I feel like you should just get out of there.
Yeah. Kim and Steve.
You have all the info.
Kim and Steve say, get out and piss on the side of the interstate, see how fast police show up.
I thought about that. I was like, my luck would be I'd start peeing, and then here comes the cops.
Hey, didn't you call us?
Well, good luck, Zach. Thanks for checking in, man. We'll be praying for you, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, thanks. See y'all.
See you, dude. He's really hungry. That's the worst part of this for him. He had a specific meal he was going on.
He got off at 3. It was 2 hours ago.
Been out there for 2 hours.
615-737-1045. When we come back, Jim Wyatt will join us at some point. If there is a delay there, we'll hear from Brian Callahan. That's next. 3HL 1045 this on.
Holistic Stem Cell Therapy. Kellum Stem Cell Institute is going to bring that to you where they already brought it to you. You just got to go there and make sure you get your consultation. And you sit down with Dr. Ethan Kellum, go over everything that you got going on with you as far as inflammation attacking you. You want to get it out of your body? Well, you control that. Your body, your cells, your solution. They harvest your body's stem cells and store them for future and continue using. Understand this. At the age that you get them stored, that's the age that they kick in and working. So when you love to have, say it's your kids that you're taking in, had a little accident, 18-year-old him, he comes back at 35 and gets those stem cells getting active and getting the inflammation out. Yeah, that's very active. What it does is cut the healing process in half. That's also what stem cells do. Just understand, man, congestive heart failure, lung issues, autism, arthritis, all right there to be taken care of. 615-850-4415, 615-850-4415, KellumStemCellInstitute.com.
3HL 104.5 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay with you. Zach Lyons just put in the chat on YouTube. Update. F this. I'm out.
Should have been gone, Zach.
Yeah.
No, not at all, man.
You could have been eating that chicken dish a long time ago. Did y'all catch what he said he was going to eat?
I thought what chicken marsala? Yeah.
Is that what he said?
He said
he pronounced it weird, but
chicken
I think
tiki
it was
masala.
Yeah.
Oh, tiki masala.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something different?
It's Indian food.
Oh. Okay. There you go. There's the update. 615-737-1045. Brandon in Nashville next up. Brandon, what's up?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon to all of y'all. Go Vols.
Yes, sir.
Similar situation to Zach's. I was a middle car, got rear-ended, bumped another one. The police would not come out. All they suggested was take pictures of IDs, and then you got to go fill your complaint out online. And so I'm glad he made the decision I've had enough. I'm glad he made his decision.
Yeah. Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it. Yeah, Slay told him to leave a long time ago.
Yeah, what you waiting on? You know that police ain't coming.
No snacks.
Stuff going on.
No snacks in the vehicle. This is the thing, man. We all go through things in life, and you got to learn from them, right? Like, and what Zach learned here is to always have snacks in the car.
And the ambulance, if the ambulance ain't called.
The what?
The ambulance? What you call it?
Ambulance.
Not ambulance.
Lance.
I love it when y'all do this. I just sit here.
The ambulance.
The ambulance. The ambulance ain't coming in, guess what? You just out of luck, buddy.
Well, I mean, you need snacks in the car. You never know when you're going to face a blizzard or something. You know what I mean? Like, just get stuck in the snow drifts and stuff.
You need
never know.
Just because you get hungry. Like,
hey, Babs has a gift for Father's Day, I think.
Yeah, I do. I have a giveaway.
Let me. I need to. I need to make sure physically touch this to make sure it's a real gift.
Hold on.
Good.
All of this, it's Dad's Week on 104.5 The Zone. I'm just telling you, Slay. This is a whole thing our promotions department put together. So
should be a month.
If you're looking for a gift for Dad on Father's Day, tune in this entire week. Every show, we give you chances to win Dad tickets to events, to concerts, and much more. This year, give Dad the best. You can listen for a chance to win him prizes from our friends at the Atlanta Braves, Nashville SC, Nashville Sounds, Live Nation, and much more. Okay. And for today, 2 tickets to see Seether and Daughtry, October 24th at First Bank Amphitheater, 615-737-1045, caller number 5. Right now, you can win, Dad, 2 tickets to see Seether and Daughtry, October 24th at First Bank Amphitheater. 1045thezone.com/Dad's Week is where you can get all the info and see where the giveaways
So back when I used to watch American Idol back in the day, Daughtry was one of the best acts ever.
So good.
That dude is incredible.
Yeah.
And then Seether is a band back from the 90s that's really good too. So
Slay, are you calling?
You're trying to win?
I didn't make sure it's real.
It's real.
So please record this.
The fathers really don't get stuff like we're supposed to. So let me.
But you know what? Something about this, Slay? Did you notice that it's Dad's Week starting June 9th? Did we do a giveaway yesterday?
Hello.
You're caller number 1, Slay.
Hey, no, I ain't calling no number 1.
You called too early.
You're wrong 5 times.
You have to remember there's a delay. You called too early.
Man, who's back there answering the phones?
Zeph.
That would be your
Hang
producer.
up on him.
Yep, Zeph.
If it rings 5 times, that should mean I'm number 5. The first ring should it's automatic. Boom. Second ring should take a little while longer.
He kind of waits back there.
You ain't want me to win. That's all.
Sorry.
Laying in the
You're
cup.
caller number 1.
Did you get what I was saying though? Dad's Week is June 9th through the 13th. Did we give anything away yesterday?
Nope. We never do. It's all a facade. Let us know if somebody wins this, Zeph. Don't just hang by the wayside.
We should have just answered the phones live on it. I should have answered it.
Yes.
And put you on.
Bingo.
That would have been something.
And I would have had to win.
Yeah. Because I would have been in control of that thing.
That's right. Not Zeph, who's working with Babs.
Now Zeph's working with me.
2 on 2 in here now.
On the payroll.
What are you doing over there?
Me or Zeph?
You.
I'm organizing.
Good time.
Heads up.
All right. I would do Brian Callahan, but he's on the phone. So there's that. What else?
We got Jim Wyatt coming up, so he'll talk a little bit about.
How about this? I got
mandatory
something. I got something for you.
Okay.
You ready? College game day.
Yes.
I called this.
Yeah, you did.
College game day will open the season in Columbus, Ohio, in advance of Texas at Ohio State. That's where the headgear picks began in 1996. This will be Lee Corso's final show, and they go back to where the headgear picks all began, as I mentioned. He has made 430 headgear picks.
What's his record?
Funny that you asked, Slay.
You got it?
He has that for you.
Hey, thank you.
286 and 144.
It's pretty good.
That
286 to what?
144. That is a 66.5% success rate. Keep in mind, they're always at the big game. So it's not like. Yeah, but it's not like he's going, okay, Missouri over, North Texas, Savannah State, and it's a 40-point line. And he picks
at least 70% minimum.
So you're saying he did not have a successful career?
Solid.
Do you know how hard it is? Yes, you do. Your bank account knows.
Yeah, absolutely. It was solid effort.
The most picks that he has ever picked on a team, Ohio State.
See?
38.
Well, how perfect is that?
See what I'm saying?
But a lot of people thought he might go to Alabama, Florida State because he's a Seminole.
Yeah.
But that line's like 17. They weren't going there. Texas and Ohio State, man. Show's bigger than the person.
It's going to be good. Who are you going to pick?
Probably Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he picked Ohio State to start all this.
Yeah.
So he needs to pick Ohio State to end all this, right? And do they go back? Do they just let the headgear thing go away?
No.
What's the name? Who was that? Kirk got on and said it? No, maybe it was Reese Davis. It was like, man, listen, he started it. He should end it.
No. But, well, then what are you going to? No.
They got to come with something else.
Something.
You got Pat McAfee. I'm sure he can come up with something creative.
Yeah.
He already got some. His picks actually are like when they're at the big game, like he riles the fans up. And if he don't pick them, he leans into it with the story of building up how he been there all week and gather different information.
McAfee's so good.
Man, get everybody. He got that WWE thing going.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like there is, I felt like everybody loved Corso. Like in the heart of Corso, everybody loved Corso, right?
Yeah.
McAfee is a very divisive figure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's true. I love him.
Youngest generation.
But y'all know, I'm looking for the entertainment factor, and that dude entertains.
Mm-hmm.
That
he
is for
does.
sure. We were able to get backstage and kind of watch what they do, the Army-Navy game. And he had like 6 Red Bulls lined up, like sitting behind the stage.
Man, that energy you got to keep that energy like that the entire time.
Right?
That ain't easy.
It ain't easy being cheesy. Jim Wyatt joins us now from TennesseeTitans.com. Jimmy, what's up?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Hi, Jimmy.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, first day of minicamp in the books. Got 2 more to go, and then got a little break before training camp. So it's getting close to football season.
Yep. So mandatory minicamps. There have been guys holding out all over the place. Nobody, everybody there.
Everybody there, including Jeff Simmons, who's the only guy that's been absent. Like there have been some guys that haven't been practicing, but they've been in the building rehabbing and around the team. Jeff, decided to work out on his own. Talked about that today. Said it was a personal choice. Didn't really get into great detail, but just felt like it was the best thing for him at this time. But wanted to be here for minicamp. Said he's 20 pounds lighter. He weighed in at 301. Thinks he'll play faster and still keep his explosiveness and strength. And I thought he looked good. I mean, he certainly made himself known first day. He had to do up downs kind of as a welcome back with the defense surrounding him. He was talking trash with Cam Ward, who was getting right back to him, and
like it.
And it was a good practice. Had some juice. Cam threw a pick early, and then completed 18 straight passes in practice, and was 14 of 14 in team. So I thought it was a good day for him. Best day he's had during the off season, and now pick it back up tomorrow with another day after that.
But before we kind of move forward to some else of what you saw today, just with Big Jeff and him deciding not to come to OTAs, work out on his own, Who are some guys in the past, big names, big players in this franchise history, just since they've been here in Tennessee, that have made the decision to kind of do the same and be here for the mandatory stuff, but maybe not necessarily the voluntary stuff?
Yeah, well, Derrick Henry's one of them. More recently, he was one of the guys that did it. And then some years he was here, but other years he decided to work out on his own. And I don't think anybody questioned whether he was putting work in, because he posts his workouts on Instagram, and then he showed up looking like he's 23 years old.
Yeah.
Way back, I remember Javon Curse, Amari Roll. There's been a lot of guys over the years who have done that, and I think everybody, for a different reason. I know Jeff, cited some personal stuff that he had going on. He felt like it was important for him to be a part of that. And but when you do that, obviously everybody's really looking at you when you come in. And as far as first day goes, he looked like a guy who's been working out. Again, he looks leaner, looked explosive. They didn't hold him back any. And now he wants to keep doing what he's been doing once camp starts, and that's be a good player and try to be a leader for this team.
Jim Wyatt with us, TennesseeTitans.com.
These receivers, no, you know what, Jimmy? You more impressed, or is it the positive information that's trickling out about Will Levis? Did you kind of think that would happen at this point?
Yeah, I did. Because I've kind of seen him. Will's a good kid, and he certainly, made things more difficult for himself in trying to win over this fan base by turning the ball over and making some bad decisions, and certainly doing, putting his focus on. And everybody's entitled to do what they want to do with their off time, but certainly he was involved in some, commercials and endorsements, and I know there was a lot of chatter about whether he should be doing that as a quarterback until he finds his way, and everybody can have an opinion on that. But as I've watched him, he's always been a great kid, always put the work in, always been a guy that hustles at practice. I've always thought he was extremely talented, and he's got skills to be a good quarterback. But again, he just made some tough decisions. But when this offseason started and he went out to California, I think they felt like he worked to make himself better. And since he's been here, he's been a great teammate and done everything they've asked of him. I personally think they're a lot better off with him than without him. When I look at the other quarterbacks on the roster, I think Will Levis is clearly the second best guy on this roster. And again, I'm just deferring to Cam Ward, because you're picking a guy number one, and the way he started off, I think he's, all signs pointing him being the starter. So I'm thinking about the two now, and I think Will Levis is a better option at number two than Brandon Allen and Tim Boyle. But so coaches, I think, have been flattering and have been positive about him because he's given them a reason to, and then they're going to have to make the decision, when it comes down to cut down day, or when it comes down to making decisions on who's the two, who's the three, just what the best fit is there. And I'm not surprised they've complimented him, because I think he's earned it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of Cam Ward, obviously, everybody likes to talk about how he was 20 of 21, and, the one incompletion was an interception to Barton. But one of the stats Nick Suss put out there, 12 of those 20 completions went to rookies today. Just what have you seen from Cam Ward, and where he's comfortable so far, and where he's kind of developing?
Yeah, he's comfortable in the middle of the field. I think that's one thing that's impressive. That's good. He's not just throwing toward the boundary; he's throwing in the middle of the field, and he's been pretty decisive in his throws. He's on target. He doesn't lack confidence in making some of those throws. Yeah, I think his third practice of the day was picked off by Cody Barton, and then he completed 18 straight passes, including one down the seam to Gunnar Helm, which was his best pass of the day. There were some check downs and there were some shorter range passes, but I know I put the stat out about him going 14 of 14 and 20 of 21 on the day. And I noticed Jared Stillman, y'all's rival stations, kind of making light of his day.
he was out there for the first time this offseason watching practice.
Wait, let me jump in real quick. They are not our rival station.
So, but I laugh at that because when you complete 18 straight passes, I mean, you're doing something right. I don't, and these are.
It doesn't matter if it's on air. Yeah.
This is not 1-on-1. This is in 7-on-7 and team drill. So he had a good day. There's no question about it. If you're paying attention out there, he was probably talking during half of it, but and not watching. But if you're paying attention, he was 18 of 18 to finish practice. He was 14 of 14 in teams. Thought he did great. Was it the best practice ever for a guy out there in the practice field? No, but he had a hell of a day.
Back to my previous comment, with all due respect. There you go. All right, inside linebacker next to Cody Barton. You mentioned him. Where are we with this battle with Otis Reese, Cedric Gray, James Williams? That's going to go on and on unless they sign someone.
Yeah, and I wouldn't rule out signing somebody, but I think for now they're going to let those guys compete. You know, I've talked to both Cedric Gray and James Williams in the last week, and both of them kind of preach the same thing about what they learned from last year, and that's patience. And both of them, had to kind of wait and learn and get healthy, especially Gray, and now they've got opportunities. James Williams had a chance to pick off Cam Ward today. Ball went through his hands and in the hands of, and ended up in Alec Ayomanor's hands for a catch. Cedric Gray, I think, is certainly getting opportunities. Reese worked on a side field today. He's nursing something. So all those guys are in the mix. And I'll be curious how that plays out. I know Don touched on, the rookies in the comment about Cam and the day they had a receiver, and that's true. Restrepo, best day of camp so far, best day of the offseason. He had 6 catches, 4 of them from Cam. Ayo Manor had 4. Helm had a couple. I think DK had a couple. I mean, those guys are progressing as well, which I think bodes well with for competition in camp.
Jim Wyatt with us, Tennessee Titans.com. Yeah, that's one of the notes that Buck Rising had from practice from his vantage point, that Ayo Manor is slowly becoming one of his favorite players to watch, he said. What is it about him?
Well, it's funny, when the off season started and rookie camp started, people asked me the guy I was looking forward to the most, and of course it was Cam was number one, but the second one was Ayo Manor for me too, just because I think he's got size and he's got the length and he's got kind of a competitiveness to him where he'll go up and get balls. And if you watch the tape of the game against Colorado when he was matched up against Travis Hunter, I mean, he was very aggressive in going to get those footballs, and he gives you a reason to be optimistic about what he can do moving forward. He's got a great attitude, really smart. He talked today just about how he's going to stay here during the off season and not take a break because he knows it's not going to be easy for him when camp starts, and he wants to put himself in a position to be ready. So he's very mature, both physically and mentally, and very smart, obviously, went to Stanford.
There he is. He's Jim Wyatt. Thank you for the report, man. Really appreciate it. I know you're busy on these days, the mandatory minicamp days. Another couple of big days coming up.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you making time for me. I hope you have a good rest of the week.
Yep.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Oh. What just happened, Jim? You get attacked by birds?
No, I'm still here.
There were some weird noises. There were some weird noises.
Siren.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay, Jim, thank you.
Okay, I'll see y'all.
At Jay Wyatt Sports. All right, when we come back, the 30HL bingo card, what was said during today's show that might not make sense if you didn't hear it live. And we do have some more Titans notes for you next. 30HL 104.5 The Zone.
All right, Xfinity Home. I know you've heard of Xfinity Internet and Xfinity Mobile and all the things, but what about Xfinity Home? You want to help keep the people and places you care about safe with a number of protection solutions from Xfinity Home. You can keep an eye on your home with self-protection or leave it to the pros with professionally monitored pro protection. Total flexibility on this. No term contracts. You can easily switch between self and professionally monitored pro protection and get all of it started with a choice of home monitoring solutions from Xfinity Home starting at just $10 a month. See it all with 24/7 video recording. Review up to a week of footage with self-protection or Pro Protection Plus. Enjoy peace of mind with all the solutions powered by the secure and reliable Xfinity Wi-Fi. There you go. That is Xfinity Home. If you want to get involved, easy to do it. All you have to do, call 1-800-XFINITY. Go visit Xfinity.com or just stop by, drop into an Xfinity store today for more details.
All right, y'all. Boswell's Golf Cars, they are the premier. I mean, premier, the creme de la creme company when it comes to golf cars. Everything you're looking for. They are the family-owned golf car dealer since 1963 right here in Nashville, 111 Transit Avenue. 111 Transit Avenue right there in South Nashville. Get over there and go see them, man. It's a third-generation locally owned company. Tony Critch, and now runs the family business that's been part of the Nashville community for over 60 years. So Boswell Golf Cars, the largest showroom for golf cars in the South, and services over 1,900 golf cars a week at golf courses all over Middle Tennessee. So if you're out there golfing, you've probably been in one of theirs that's been serviced. Yamaha, E-Z-GO, Cushman, Evolution, and Icon, they all deliver right there on the showroom floor. Even bring your old golf cars up and get a facelift. Get them refurbished. They do it all. Take care of everything. You saw them out there at the Zone Golf Tourney giving away golf cars. We just needed you to get a hole-in-one. But you can still go over there every day at boswellsgolf.com.
Tell 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay.
Yo.
Executive producer of 3HLSF.
What's up?
Golf tournament was fun yesterday, presented by Ferguson.
Yeah.
Appreciate all that came out.
Shout out to my guy Boswell. golf carts. They were trying to give golf carts away. Nobody wouldn't get a hole in one. Par threes was wide open. I wonder who came close.
I don't know, but that golf cart was sitting up there, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, there's some nice ones, man.
Man, that one sleigh got to ride around all day was fun.
loved it.
Bert and I may have gone on a little joyride on it while the sleigh took a nap.
Yep. Got to be able to get that in.
I think Murph ended up on that thing, too, from TN.
Like right before the show started, I believe so.
Yep. Had a little time for a little joyride.
615-737-1045. 3HL bingo card. Yay! I got in a wreck. That was a text from Zach Lyons to Zeph that started quite a little side rail thing for us today. Thankfully, everyone okay. Zach finally left the scene after everyone else had. He got tired of waiting for the police.
About an hour after everyone else did.
Yep.
Yes.
No balls hit the ground.
Who was that?
Me.
Cam Ward.
No, he was, what was he, 21 or 22?
20 of 21.
20 of 21.
One
and
interception.
The only incompletion was actually an interception, which was also caught just by the wrong team and by the guy that warned him about
throwing that
taking
ball.
chances.
Barton. Little ball hawk Barton.
Snitches get stitches, Zach.
That was pretty good.
That was someone in the chat. Was that Lethal Latin in the chat? I can't remember.
So.
Yeah, Lethal was on fire today.
Yeah,
he was.
I've got another one from Zach.
Oh.
You got one from Zach?
Yeah, apparently I'm the only good Christian citizen.
He did say that. That's an unexpected comment from Zach on 3HL today. Yeah, but the snitches get stitches. That's because nobody else called the cops. Zach said, I'm calling the cops.
They busy, though.
Yeah.
They got a lot going on.
Yeah.
F this, I'm out. That was Zach when he decided to
So basically,
leave.
Zach is the bingo card.
Zach is the bingo card today.
Except for this one, which hurt his feelings. Yeah. Hello, you're caller number one.
Yeah, that wasn't nothing, so. You had all full, complete control to do whatever you want to do out there.
Next time, I'm just going to start answering when you call.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what tomorrow's Father's Day present is. Or
Giveaway?
yeah, giveaway.
Yeah, giveaway. It ain't no present. Something they found and giving away to the fathers. Somebody cleaned out their closet and created Father's Day week. What's tomorrow, Babs? You know?
Wednesday.
Is that what you were looking for?
You're welcome, fathers.
That's what we are.
Just another Wednesday out there for us. That's what we're getting.
Oh, man.
Let's get your Wednesdays.
Let's go to Darrington out east. And D, man, I'm sorry that I've missed you the last few times. That's completely on me, man. I really apologize to you.
First of all, the audacity of you to be apologizing to me because I'm nobody. This is 310. They don't call to listen to me. We call to listen to you.
Yeah,
and other smart people to call in to have an opinion.
Listen, man.
Kilo and Jay Wide and, that's what we want to hear. I'm just, just every now and again. Which,
Listen.
I have an interesting stat for you.
We love and respect you. All right. What's your stat?
Well, you know what? It's not a stat. So yesterday, it was a wrap-up about the zebra. And Slade was talking about, we were talking about the bag for a zebra. Did you know right now, $8,500, you can go buy you a male zebra between 3 and 18 months.
No.
A female zebra, 10.5 right now. So I'm thinking maybe, we go get us a couple zebras. We put them out there on the field. We're already a year or two away. They want to know who's calling the game. We got real zebras out here calling the game. I mean, they're already walking up 24. What else can they do if they could? And you live in Nashville long enough, I'm pretty sure you can call a Titans game. Why not?
You ain't wrong.
I wonder if a zebra could kick a field goal. Like, we keep hearing about how much power they have and how much force they have when they kick backwards. That'd be something.
The question is,
what kind of accuracy they got?
Who's gonna hold it? Who's gonna be a placeholder?
Who's going to hold it? No, I'm putting it on a tee.
Flippers count.
Yes, they do.
Maybe that's what we get Will Levis for. So if we run a trick play, he can kick a little bit. Hey.
Got
Put a little mayo on him.
Bless his heart.
Put a little mayo on them.
All right, y'all people look at y'all say beautiful, say cool. Hey, and just keep doing what y'all doing because what the hell? Create hell.
That's
Love
right,
you guys.
Darrington.
Love it, Darrington.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Darrington.
brother.
Thank you.
Katie B says, late bingo card entry. Babs. It's Wednesday.
Yeah, That's what Babs got for us.
Got you.
Tomorrow, y'all.
Got you, Slay.
Y'all just hang in there. On Wednesday, you get Wednesday.
It's like every other Wednesday?
Only on Father's Day. Week.
Father's Day week?
Yeah, we just get a little week.
This is what Buck Rising wrote following practice. Eric Iomanner is slowly becoming one of my favorite players to watch in practice. Couple of nice receptions down the right sideline. One really nice deep pass from Ward, then Levis. Speaking of Ward, funny to watch him and Jeff Simmons join at practice in 98's first day practicing during team drills. Rookie held his own. Gunnar Helm is going to give every other tight end in the room a run for their money this year if he stays healthy. And Zeitler got his most extensive on-field work that we've seen. Lockett came out, did jugs before practice, then went in for the day. Ben Arthur, Will Levis threw an absolute dime in the team period today, hit Iomanner on what appeared to be a 50-yard pass. Best throw I've seen in the Titans offseason program. Tennessee's coaches have been steady in their praise of what Levis has done to get ready for 2025. There you go.
It's going to be a really fun training camp.
It is.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it. Absolutely. Coach Mack will be on with us tomorrow. Also, Todd Furman. I don't like these I don't like these 2 days off for NBA Finals because the hockey game last night sucked.
We got to travel though.
I know.
What say if it was New York from the Eastern Conference and LA from Western Conference?
Listen, Slay, I'm being completely selfish here. There's no, you are right.
You get one day after game 3.
I just wish they would space the other stuff out. Like I don't want days off.
You want to play back-to-back days?
No, I just want like NHL tonight or something like something.
You want them to stagger it, yeah.
Yeah,
I got you.
Or start the College World Series now. I don't care about games still being played yesterday.
By the way, can I throw this in just real quick?
This is all about the fan.
It is all about the fan. Bully hit me up because I was talking about who left, who didn't come to the voluntary stuff. And he said after becoming all-pro, to stay at that all-pro level, I only showed up for mandatory stuff in June. And you're talking about Keith Bullock, right? Like, dude was never not ready. I would start my off-season workout in Nashville mid-February after NBA All-Star Weekend, then head out to train with my trainer in LA from April until whatever was mandatory. So once guys get to a level where they know, I feel like what's expected and where they need to be, then they're more comfortable. I remember Albert Hainsworth saying the same thing. They're more comfortable working specifically on things they need to personally work on with their own trainers until it's mandatory that you have to be there. It makes sense.
That's a good point. That's a good point with Albert because he made this point a couple of times on the show because everybody around here thinks that he had those 2 years that he did because it was contract years.
Right.
In reality, it was he found his personal trainer that helped him get to another level.
You locked in.
And he said the biggest regret, Slay asked him, what would you have done differently? And he said, get into that trainer earlier in my career.
Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Once you're a pro and you know what you need, like it makes sense.
Yes, it does.
And that's good insight from Bully because that guy was never not ready.
Always ready.
More Titans talk tomorrow all day long on 104.5 The Zone. And we will certainly do that here as they have another mandatory minicamp session. NBA Finals Game 3 is tomorrow night. Todd Furman will break that down. Also, the rest of the Stanley Cup. And he'll get into some other things from the sports gambling world. And Coach Mack on tomorrow as well. Appreciate you guys putting up with us. Appreciate Zach for being safe. Appreciate you guys also including us in your lives and your days. We do not take that for granted, nor do we take that lightly. Have a great night. It's beautiful out there. Good night. God bless.
See ya.
Wouldn't want to be you unless you were getting a shout out to people that are just sitting in traffic like Zach.
With no
Zach.
snacks.
Good job, Zach.
No snacks, Zach.
Hanging out, Zach.
Oh, man. He definitely learned from that.